classrooms for 90 minutes to 2 hours, we're actually wasting that academic time already. I look at it as that extra time that people are worried about. We should shave off some of that and use that towards the recess.
Catch Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan at your local Civic Media station. Weekdays 6 to 8.
Rational Revolution with Mark Becker.
Former Congressman and national political commentator Joe Walsh.
It's Friday, the weekend is almost here. John and Gordy are getting in gear. Phone lines are open and ready to go. So let's get on with the show on your radio. It's John and Gordy time. It's John and Gordy time.
Yeah,
John and Gordy
that's what
time.
time it is.
It is time again, yeah.
Yes.
And, boy, it's always nice to have Friday roll around. You know?
I know it. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Fridays.
Ready for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
I've got it all together. Hey, I have the entire weekend to figure out my AI glasses that came in today.
You're kidding. They're finally here?
I got them. I got them.
Have you tried them on yet?
They're
Have you
gorgeous.
used
You know, they're gorgeous looking.
Yeah.
Did you bring them into the studio?
Nope.
I'm still not convinced they're real.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
It's pretty cool, and they are prescription.
Did you hook them up to your? I mean, are they
right now? They're charging.
Oh, they charge.
And
that's fair.
As I plugged it in and charged it up, it was telling me, I could hear it in the arms of the glasses. Please download the app. And I'm thinking, geez, maybe I should have done that first before I plugged them in. You always wonder, should I plug these things in first? You know?
Yeah. Did you bother to read the instructions?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. But I will. I even may have the app. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I'm going to figure them out this weekend, and I can't wait to get my hands on them.
Now, you mentioned before it comes with a ring.
It does, yeah.
You put it on your hand.
Yeah.
And did you try the ring on? Does it fit?
It really doesn't fit.
Oh, no. Well, what are you going to do?
Well, you know, we have a ring sizer, and I checked the ring sizer out, and I thought, it's an 8 millimeter. It's not. That's way too small.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, it just fits on the first part of my finger, which is good. I mean, right here.
It's going to go flying off.
No,
what do you
right
mean?
here. And I can do everything there. I don't have to do it up here. I can do it right there. See,
between the first and the second.
I hope everybody's watching that on the radio.
Okay. So you have to wait till they charge. How long do you think that takes?
Oh, it takes about an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, but I plugged them in anyway just to make sure.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go. I can't wait to see what happens. I want it to be able to talk to me while I am doing things. So if I ask for the information, I can certainly read it on my lens of the glasses. But I also want it to explain it to me in the arms of the glasses audibly.
What if you are trying to fix something on your car and both your hands are busy, and you could ask your glasses and they can tell you, here's how you're supposed to do it while both your hands are engaged.
You are amazing. Thank you, Aaron. I might just do that.
But wait, are you saying while he's driving do that? But then
I mean if he was working on his car.
On something.
Oh, okay.
Although that's probably less common with the space car, but
yeah, there's hardly any moving parts of that baby. It's all magnets.
Except the wheels.
It's all magnets.
Right? So do your new AI glasses, in theory, did they connect with your Samsung watch? Your smartwatch?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I have no idea. I mean, I could try to download an app on my watch to see if it'll fit. I have no idea. Okay. But I know it does work with my phone.
Okay.
Now, there are glasses that are available out there that don't have the projection on your lenses.
Okay.
You know, like the Ray-Ban, expensive Ray-Ban glasses or these glasses. It does have AI, and it does say things to you. If you ask AI a certain question, it'll explain it to you in the arms of the glasses.
in the temples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right near it, and it's a little speaker, speakers on both sides.
So who made these glasses? What brand is this?
This is Halliday.
Halliday.
I saw it at the Consumer Electronics Show a couple of years ago.
Okay.
In Vegas. So I was taken by them. Okay. You know, we we do have some interest in the AI assistant.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, we saw at the latest Consumer Electronics Show there was an AI assistant,
right?
And it is a tube with a three-dimensional human being in it.
Right, yeah.
Like a hologram.
I remember, yes, I did. Yeah, I remember we talked about that. We saw a little demonstration of that.
Right. A lot of
the
critics were saying, it's kind of sick. It looks bizarre to have a person in a jar next to your computer.
Well, sick in a good way, or like sick as a...
It's sick bad.
Sickening. Okay.
I wonder if you can make them dance.
Maybe. I think you can.
Let's ask AI.
I think you can. There are like two anime women that you could have as your AI assistant, or you can have this big muscular guy like a Jesse Ventura as your assistant. Well, I don't know. I think you and Gordy are on it. Yeah, the thing is, if we could get that, and I have no idea what the price is, they're asking $50 to put it down on this particular AI assistant. $50.
Okay.
But it's not telling you what that $50 goes to. Is it $1,000? Is it $25,000?
Okay.
Is it $500?
When are they going to release this thing?
It's a good question. I'm looking into it. I haven't had a chance to because Mad King Don has kept me rather busy here.
I see.
But other than that, we'll see.
All right.
By the way, I'm going to try and call him Mad King Don from now on.
All right. Well, that's fine. I think we know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate giving that god-awful name, which is on the side of buildings, any more press than it needs. But I'm bad at nicknames. I'm bad at calling people names. I can't do that for a living. I can't, clutter up my head with nicknames.
Right.
So I do use actual names. And just like we use actual comments, we bring in comments all the time. Now, I could read those comments to you, but I want you to hear the actual person saying the comments.
Right.
So we can hear it in context.
Exactly.
The way they mean it.
That's the way
I don't want to read anything into it. I don't want people to get the wrong impression.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Matt on the line right here. Matt, you got any suggestions for the very first question? I'm going to ask my AI glasses.
Well, ask it how we get out of this nightmare.
Good question. Well, yeah.
Just don't, for God's sake, John, don't do the Neuralink. Don't let them put anything in your mind.
That's not happening. No, the Elon Neuralink is not happening.
Yeah, keep it on your head, not in your head.
Exactly.
All right.
The chip they put in there.
Yeah, what's on your mind there, Matt?
Well, I just want to report on this wonderful Trump economy. I'm out in Middleton today, and the Dollar Store and Dollar Tree have both shut their doors because of tariffs. They are now out of business.
What?
No.
Really?
And that's to go along with maybe 5 or 6 other empty retail spaces I've seen over the last year pop up in Middleton.
Are you talking about the one on Ellen Boulevard?
Yep, that one's done. They're closing their doors. They're emptying it out, and the one on the Century Avenue as well is closing down.
Oh my God!
And it's all because of tariffs. They can't afford. They get all their stuff from other countries.
Yeah.
But this is what MAGA voted for, right? Break everything, destroy the country, own the libs, and I hope it's worth it for all these maggots out there to, owning the libs. So that you can be in poverty with the rest of us when this all crashes.
Well, here the thing is, Dollar Tree and the Dollar Store, both stores where low-income individuals could get some of the products that they need and some of the kitchenware that they need.
Well, sure.
I know I bought some stuff there myself.
Oh, yeah. Got all kinds of stuff.
It's really an invaluable place to go, and this is not making our lives any less expensive, Matt, right?
Of course not. It was never about that. It was never about the eggs. It was never about the economy. It's about white grievance, white fear, and white insecurity. And I'll just say, all my life, I thought America was getting better. We elected a non-white president. I was proud of my country at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But within the year after that, we lost family members because the racism came out. And they continued to support this idiot, this fascist, this Nazi, awful human being, 34 times convicted felon, and they would make excuses to us, like my aunt. And my dad lost a lot of friends over that. They started using the N-word, monkey this, monkey that.
Yeah.
And
wow,
it's
that's
awful. And this is just a reminder. This whole MAGA movement is a reminder that white supremacy never went away. And that's what you should ask your AI. How do we get rid of white supremacy?
Wow. Yeah. Well,
that's the big question for this country going forward. And I don't know how we get back together after this. This might be the end of the union.
My AI might get stuck not being able to answer one of the questions, and I might, not be able to move it forward until it answers the question. So, okay, all right, Matt. Well, I've got, the reason why I came up with Mad King Don, first of all,
thanks, man.
Kash Patel had some children's books. It's so hard for I'm just okay. Am I hallucinating right now because I just said Kash Patel has children's books?
He really does.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, please help me.
I've never read them, but I've heard that yes, that's the case. But I can't imagine. Right? But I suppose we should look into those and see what they have in them. But
might look into some of these THC products pretty soon.
I'm sure they don't rise to the high standards of John and Gordy. Can we go back to cursive?
Yeah, I think our book might have sold a few more than Kash Patel's book for children. But his character in it was King Don.
Oh, sure.
I think.
Right.
I heard Malcolm Nance talking about this, and he gave me this idea. In fact, this is his idea. But I am trying to call.
That guy in the White House.
That guy in the White House, the big blob.
Okay.
That didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. Do we have the blob? Do we have the jingle of the blob?
The blob music
hanging around any place.
Okay.
The blob, and then because every time we brought him up, the music would go right. And then we thought that would do it.
Beware of the blob, it creeps and leaps and glides and slides across the floor, right through the door, all around the wall. A splotch, a blotch, be careful of the blob.
All right, then. So that didn't work out because we always have to play that. But, so I'm looking at Mad King Don
I think
at this point.
Let's go with that. Let's head up to Appleton. We've got a call from Cindy. Good afternoon, Cindy. Go ahead.
Do not bestow him with the title of king. That's exactly what he wants to be. Just call him what I call him, the Orange Man Baby.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one, too.
All right.
But again, I can't remember these things. So.
Well, we'll add that to the list.
The man is orange and he's a man baby. So
he is a man. No, the man baby thing is easy to come up with.
That's good.
But the orange.
No, we like that.
Agent Orange. We could call him Agent Orange. It wasn't a very good thing to have way back in the 60s.
Cindy, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. 855-752-4842.
See, Carolyn in Heartland says Mad King Don is perfect.
Okay.
So
we'll go with that.
I will go back and forth on this things. But anyway,
maybe it's just best to not talk about him at all. Let's have a Friday free thing where we never mention his name. How would that be?
Are you hallucinating?
I am hallucinating. But it's a good kind of hallucination.
It is. It's a good trip.
19 past the hour, just getting started on a Friday afternoon. It's John and Gordy. Stay with us, please.
I'm Kilroy! 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 Kilroy!
92.7 WMDX, where thinking is still fashionable.
Here's to a Wisconsin.
Hey.
Hey.
So that's working?
It's working. You can hear us fine?
Yep.
I can hear you guys fine. You can hear me. Okay, for the longest time it wasn't tagging my mic, but I think I figured it out. And all right, I'll see you guys in 12 or 13 minutes.
You got it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Bye.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Looking to strengthen the bond with your pup? Dane County Humane Society offers a variety of dog training classes led by certified trainers. Classes are designed to help you and your furry friend learn new skills, improve behavior, and deepen your connection. Whether your dog is a curious puppy, an independent teenager, or a lifelong learner, DCHS has the tools and expertise to help you set the stage for a successful year ahead. Visit giveshelter.org/dog training to register today.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Pete Schwaba. Conrad is out sick tonight. I just confirmed what Conrad has. As it turns out, he has gigantism, alien hand syndrome, celiacs, the pig's flu. He has evil twinism. He didn't seem like himself the last couple of nights working the board. Conrad, get well soon. There are probably HIPAA restrictions on this, but that's not for me to say. If anyone can do it, the guy who can bench almost 300 pounds can do it.
Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So
Finally, robotic beings rule the world. The humans are dead. The humans are dead.
We're getting there.
Wow. We used poisonous gases, and we poisoned their asses. The humans are dead.
The humans are dead.
The humans are dead.
They look like they're dead.
If we start wearing AI glasses,
I'll just confirm that they're dead.
What is that?
Well, that's a positive, uplifting message.
Well, it's a great
what
message.
Robots by Flight of the Conchords.
Okay.
One of my favorite comedy bands.
That is good.
What's the name of the band again?
Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do like that. This is John and Gordy here in the sandbox where we build our sandcastles and knock them down.
That's it.
The big bully knocks them down.
That's it. Yeah. Coming up in about less than 15 minutes, Dr. Tim Slucker from Busted Pencils will join us, talk about education.
Yeah.
See what the latest is there.
I want to bring everybody down right away here.
Oh, good. Well, that's great.
So prepare for that. It's a 21-year-old activist who was injured by ice, and he lost his left eye.
Oh, man. Yeah, I heard about this.
You know, the video's starting to take off quite a bit now because they had an interview with him after this this horrific thing happened to him. I watched the original video. I was going to bring it up. It's out of Santa Clara, and I thought, well, was it a long time ago? Maybe everybody's already talked about it. It's been seen 100,000 times, something like that. But no, this is a fairly current. It took 6 hours of surgery pulling the glass, plastic, and metal out of his eye after being shot by one of those balls. And this was this was completely unnecessary. It was a bunch of ICE agents just standing on the sidewalk harassing some of the protesters who were harassing back, obviously. But they grabbed one of the protesters, a woman. I don't know why. It was right out of the clear blue. They just dragged her, and they jumped on her. And this kid, this 21-year-old, came out with his bullhorn. He had a bullhorn in his hand, and he was just shot immediately in the face. And he was definitely injured badly. He collapsed and he was just sitting there collapsed on the sidewalk, and bleeding badly, and an ICE agent came over. The kid was wearing a hoodie. The ICE agent came over, grabbed the back of the hoodie, and dragged him. And by the way, the hoodie wrapped around his neck, and started dragging him, choking him. He was holding his eye. He was bleeding badly. The ICE agent fell momentarily with him, and then picked him up again and dragged him, not caring anything about the injury, not caring about the guy just sitting there collapsed, taking care of his eye, just no help, no concern for the injury whatsoever. This is the kind of treatment ICE agents, I don't even want to use the word treatment at this point. I mean, there is a lack of empathy. There is a lack of just being a humane individual to your fellow man. Anybody, anything, help this person. Instead, drag them by the neck across the sidewalk into a building. This was a long period of time. He was choked.
That's
and he has
horrendous.
I want to play the interview. It's a short interview. He was talking about his injuries. Let's listen to this. This is cut 238.
What can you tell us about your injuries now and the prognosis? Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard the doctors say and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life. They said my globe was ruptured. I had my lower lid was cut up, and they had to take skin from my temple to fix it. There's a lot to it. I don't remember all the things that they said. I have fractures in my skull that they can't fix, and I can't sneeze or cough because it's dangerous too. I remember also when I shot, there was pepper in it, and I had pepper down my throat. It made it hard to breathe for a long time. They pulled a piece of plastic the size of a nickel out of my eye. They said I had shards of metal, glass, and plastic all throughout my eye and behind my eye and in my skull. And they also said that I had a piece of shrapnel metal about a few millimeters away from my carotid artery. And they said it was a miracle I survived, because if it got any closer, if it hit that, I would have died that night.
Totally blind right now? You see nothing out of the eye?
Nothing out of this eye. Yeah, it's black.
Imagine things could have gotten worse just being dragged across the sidewalk. And it was a long, long way being dragged. I couldn't believe what I saw, and it was freaking me out. I saw it last week, and I was going to bring it up here on the air, but I thought, well, it was pretty much a downer, and I'm bringing everybody down here on this thing. But this guy is permanently blinded. We need to know what's going on
up there. You know, I mean, it can't.
This is what's happening, and they don't have to do this.
Right.
I mean, these ICE agents
unnecessary.
could have called somebody's help. They could have done something, anything, to help this guy just collapsed on the sidewalk, not drag him across the sidewalk into a building by the neck. It's just profoundly inhumane. I don't know.
And how old is he?
21? He's 21.
Oh, my God.
21 years old. Good-looking kid.
It's tragic.
It really is.
Horrifying. All at the same time.
And these things shouldn't be happening, but they're happening everywhere. And they're turning on Americans now. They're not going after immigrants. They don't care.
No. They're going door to door.
Anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Going door to door, and if you're white, they want to find out, well, who are your people of color that live in your neighborhood?
That's right. Isn't that a crazy thing to ask? It is. They're actually asking that.
They're interrogating everybody.
Maybe on Monday we can get an update from Steve.
Yeah. Well, we might even be able to do that later today. I can reach out to him and see what the latest is. But, yeah.
These are the heroics that the MAGA contingent just love to talk about.
Yeah. On it goes. We'll check out the Midwest Farm Report next, and then we're back with Dr. Tim Slecker, educated educators talking about education. Coming up next on John and Gordy.
Fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain.
WMDX. Because silence makes you nervous. Parallel parking in Madison? Impossible. Finding real conversation on the radio? Probable. With 92.7 WMDX.
Wisconsin has a new fair ambassador. I'm Pam Yankee. Now, from the Rural Mutual Insurance Farm News Desk, here's what's happening on a Friday. She went to Wisconsin Dells representing Kenosha County Fair, and now she represents all of Wisconsin's county fairs, as well as the Wisconsin State Fair. Her name, Kaylee Billingsley. 19 years of age, she grew up in Bristol, Wisconsin. Her parents, Eric and Shelley Billingsley, kind of put the fair faith in her early on. She says being involved with the fair has always been a family event.
So I've been passionate about the fair since I was really, really little. I've been going to the Kenosha County Fair since I was, I don't even know, maybe 4, younger. I've been in 4-H for 14 years, so the max amount. And my dad is on the Kenosha County Fair Board. My mom's a superintendent, and my grandpa used to be on the 4-H board. So it's just a whole family affair, and it's just been a part of my life for as long as I can remember.
Kaylee Billingsley, our brand new Wisconsin Fairest of the Fair. She's currently a student at UW-Platteville, looking at an animal science degree with an emphasis on pre-veterinary medicine. Ultimately, what she'd like to do is get a doctorate in veterinary medicine and open her own veterinary clinic. Congratulations again, Kaylee Billingsley, representing Kenosha County, our new Fairest of the Fairs.
Synthetic nitrogen prices continue to fluctuate unpredictably. So Pivot Bio launched Proven G3, a weatherproof source of nitrogen with 3 modes of action. It's the lowest cost source of nitrogen on the market, helping growers replace nearly 30 pounds of nitrogen and delivering a nearly 2 bushel per acre yield increase in over 100 nationwide trials. That's performance your corn can always count on. See real results at pivotbio.com/provenit.
Did you know you can leverage crop insurance to benefit your bottom line? Ag Country Farm Credit Services can help. Choosing the right coverage for your goals can help maximize margins.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Oh, a few things here and there, but I thought maybe we could talk about your interview with Angelina Cruz.
Oh.
Do you want, or do you have something else? Do you have
No, special education is always, you know,
Yes.
and
Ryan Walters? If you have anything on Ryan Walters, just let me know.
I'm actually happy to not have anything.
Okay.
You know, like I said, there's also, you know, again, the Eric the Red and Donald the Orange Greenland that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a chance to listen to that or.
I did. No, actually I didn't. I didn't hear that one. No.
And
if you want to talk about that too, I mean,
there's that, and today too, Fox News is all upset that the National Education Association gave money to Democratic and left-leaning organizations.
They're upset about that.
Yeah. You know, that and some of those left-leaning organizations talk about social justice.
Oh, my God. What are we going to do?
So, you know that unlike that right-leaning organization that makes those children videos about fake history.
Yeah. Well,
why am I drawing a blank on that?
we
were watching those videos of American history, you know, back when people liked being slaves.
Oh yeah. That was.
I'm drawing a blank. He was a talk show host who now.
Yes. It's.
Oh, are you talking about LeVar Burton?
No.
It's is it the is it the institute, the college that
he calls himself a university.
University, yes. The his name is in the university name.
All right, 10 seconds.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yep.
PragerU. afternoon.
It's a Friday.
It is.
And the weekend is just about here. If you'd like to jump in, phone lines are open, 855-752-4842.
School's out. We have Busted Pencils. Dr. Tim Slecker on the line right now. Let's talk about education. From educators talking about education in an educated way. That's not how it is it?
Something like that.
Come on, Gordy. You can do it.
Educated educators talking about education.
There we go.
All
Nice.
Right.
What's
Through the goalposts.
You added an about. We're talking education.
Oh,
yes, that's right. Yeah.
I think that still counts, though.
No,
I'll give him a
Yeah,
ding.
yeah. What
All right.
thank you,
Thank
Aaron.
you.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
have a better, more complete sentence than you did?
Well, no.
You, Gordy, you now get a free weekend in Racine.
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
Well,
Thank you.
By the way, it's PragerU that we're trying
Right,
to...
I said Prager University.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. We were
PragerU.
discussing something during the break.
Yes.
So
And Cam was watching the breaks.
and heard only part of the discussion. And
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
I mean education. Well, speaking of Racine, though, I mean we had Racine, the Wisconsin State Representative Angelina Cruz,
Yes.
on the show, where it's been great having Representative Cruz on the show, and everybody's like, well, who is Representative Cruz? I mean, this is the best thing is she was a teacher, a union. I don't know. Are we allowed to say a union activist?
Sure.
Not I think we still can, but
Okay.
let's use it while we can. Okay.
And she did one of these things where you're like, you know what? Nobody in the legislature really seems to understand the reality of what goes on in the classrooms of Wisconsin. So you know what? I'm going to step up and run for office, and darn it, she won. And there she is. And so, we're trying to have her on, regularly to talk about, the things that are going on in the legislation that she's been trying to work and putting forward. And her big, push, and this is that, and this is always one of those baffling things.
Yeah.
But to try to get, up to maybe a little bit above 40% of the reimbursement that school districts have to pay out to educate special needs children because of the law that requires Wisconsin schools to educate special needs students.
Right.
But for some reason, we need another law that actually tells the legal people who make laws that now they have to fund the law that is now in place.
Yes, they have a problem putting the money on it.
Yeah.
They have a problem funding anything that they pass.
Well, and think about this too. It like we were talking about in the show. It's almost like, why are we negotiating a downward price? Isn't it like, shouldn't it be a 100%, for every special needs child in Wisconsin, the required costs to educate that child should be 100% covered? I mean, that's the ADA. Always, this issue comes up. It's like, well, we're just fighting to get 20% of the required. But I mean, this is where we're at. And so, Representative Cruz, put legislation forward to say, okay, put some money out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They're not going to put that damn money out there, and they're going to make referendums pop up all over the state in order to pay for this stuff.
Right, and that's what and that's what's happening. Of course, is that because of the legislators not following the law, which I know nowadays, following the law, if you have some legislative connection, executive connection is not necessarily required, as we can see.
Yes, we're seeing that now. Yes.
We have to follow the law. We now understand that the law for legislators, political people, is, when they feel like it, I guess. So, Gordy, you want to jump in there?
Yeah. Well, Tim, I know a little bit about this because,
Right.
as I've mentioned before on the
Yes,
show,
that's right.
I have two grandkids that are both special needs, and I've been involved, from the beginning of their education. They're now, one of them is 8 years old, the other one is 14, and I can tell you it's a continuing battle every single year in the special education classroom. Now, they're not in Madison. They're, about 60 miles north of here. But so a smaller school district, but the school district is always looking for more special ed teachers, especially for particular types of special ed. My grandson is deaf, and he's been deaf since he was 2.5. And they cannot find they cannot find teachers to teach ASL, American Sign Language, or to help out with specifically deaf kids, because he's the only one, I think, in the entire district that is deaf.
Yeah.
So they always come back with, well, we're looking for a special ed teacher, or we might be able to find an assistant, but it's hard. We can't find them. We're looking, but we can't find it. We're not getting the applicants for it. It's not money they lean on. They don't say, well, we don't have the money to hire. We have the money to hire somebody, but we can't find them. And that's
But
been
you know what, though, Gordy,
and
even that
it's a weak excuse, though.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and you know what, having the money, but if there's a need, the last time I checked, we are in a capitalistic market economy.
Right.
When you need something, you try to figure out why you're not getting them. And in this, we'd say, well, then sounds to me like we have a starting wage salary problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the law requires that your grandson get a comprehensive, fully funded education. Well, if the district, and this isn't taking away the difficulty the district is probably having, quote, finding this person
Right.
or these people,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to bet more people would become available if
there was
they
money
were
there.
compensated in a way that actually says how important that skill set of
Right.
educating deaf students in American Sign Language, that's a specialized professional skill set that actually should be able to command the amount of money that would allow your son to absolutely, have applicants pouring in. But this is again, this is what we do, and this goes back to the common, why do we have a teacher shortage?
Yeah.
Well,
There's a couple other things.
Go ahead, Gordy.
With this, a couple of things that I learned over the years is that, well, for one thing, there is a Wisconsin School for the Deaf in Delavan, which is over near Lake Geneva. And that's where they have kids coming from all over Wisconsin to stay there. They actually have dormitories there, so they can bus them in from any part of the state if they are dormitory-friendly kids, if they can handle being in a dorm. And it takes from kindergarten all the way up through high school, and then maybe a couple of more years if you want them to stay in that school. And it's an excellent school. I've visited it several times because we were trying to find out if they had outreach programs. It's run by the Wisconsin Department of Education. It's free, basically, and now they have some transportation costs if you're coming in from, farther locations. But some kids, can't do that.
Right.
I mean, kids can't, some kids are not comfortable or able to go to a dormitory 5 days a week and then be bussed home for the weekend. And so that doesn't happen all that often. So it's very frustrating that they don't have outreach programs or teachers available to go to other locations in the state. I don't quite understand that. But the other part of it is, too, that, we found out that my grandson was only getting 30 minutes a month of deaf education, I'll call it. Otherwise, he was just in with the other special ed kids, learning whatever he could do without, learning ASL. Or now he has learned flashcards and typing and spelling of some
Right.
words, and he can type on a keyboard. But it's really frustrating because you just run up against all kinds of barriers to get him the extra help that he needs.
30 minutes a month is insane.
30 minutes a month.
30
That's all he
minutes a
was
month,
getting.
yeah.
I thought it was, at first I said, oh, that's an error, right? You mean 30 minutes a week, right? No, 30 minutes a month was all he was averaging and it's just completely inadequate.
Well, and here it's like, it's like, well, we're using an inclusion approach. Well, guess what? If you had an inclusion approach, then you need a teacher who can also then communicate in, a sign language. I mean, we do this for English language learners that, we provide specialized training so that the teachers can have the skill set. And, that, I mean, in one way, we can really go on this on, like, what is it about being able to really bring the resources to bear to really say, because like your grandson, and there are some other really profound types of disabilities across the state that just a special education teacher is really the bottom foundation of what they need. But then that specialized care, and then if you start talking about equipment and things like that, but again, it's as Johnny was saying, we either prioritize the needs of all of our children or we don't. And what's being said loud and clear here is we don't.
Right.
And that's a shame on everybody statement because when it comes to the resources needed, there's no lack of resources. There's no scarcity of I'll put you. There's no scarcity of billionaires who don't have anything, better to do with their money.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this is one of those ones where you start to go, it's like, man, this is a morality issue too.
It is.
That really points. But you know what? Right now, waiting for the morality of individuals with resources to step up, that doesn't work. And that's why you have a government and a political system that then steps in and says, you know what? We, as a society represented through this democracy, we value all of our students. And so we're going to create the legislation that gets those resources to all of our children because we value them. And guess what? Instead, though, Angelina, Representative Cruz, is fighting to get, 40% of the funding.
Yeah.
Oh.
We will continue our conversation here with Dr. Tim Slecker after a brief timeout. Coming right back with John and Gordy.
Stay connected to the stories shaping your community and Wisconsin right here on 92.7 FM WMDX and on the Civic Media app.
I have everyone's mics on if you need to.
Oh, okay. We can talk a little bit more about this. I mean,
this is that. This was one of those ones where in the morning, as I'm getting a shower and thinking to myself, where I just got, you throw the billionaire thing in there, and it's just like, it's just like, I don't want to say being a billionaire is outlawed, but if we have billionaires, then that should mean that everybody else should have no needs.
Right. Well, right.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to outlaw billionaires, but how about I'm going to outlaw hunger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we can talk a little bit about, having been in meetings with some of the educators and also with parents and other grandparents.
I think though the angle here comes back to where I think this is what happens though is then politicians do turn this into because they don't fund it, it then goes to the school that goes to referendum, and then it is politically framed as greedy schools always wanting more money. When the reality is that the schools are going to referendum to get the money to keep the lights on.
I want you to bring that up. Say exactly that. I also have something, kind of a pet peeve in regards to the money problem that the legislators seem to have created. I want to get to that too. I think I brought it up a few times before, but it's always good to repeat it because people need to understand it's a scam. This whole, all the referendums are so horrible.
It's a scam, and
horrible.
it tell you what, I said from a neighbor and a democracy standpoint, the reason why nobody's going to actually fix this problem is because it gets people elected. Because when you piss off the community about having to pay more, and you can step in and go, well, I'm going to stop that, you get reelected.
Same thing with immigration on a national level.
I'm not gonna fix a problem that gets me reelected. Geez, you'd think I was getting into public service to make a difference.
Okay. All right.
At least some people are. I know when once Representative Cruz came into the studio here, and I was very impressed with what she had to say.
Yeah. I mean, she is a perfect example. It's just that when I make that overall generalization, hopefully
So
the
many
people
of them
that are doing it. But the fact is the reason she fights and has to fight so damn hard is because the majority of the people in there are saying, wait a minute, if we solve Angelina's problem, then I can't get myself, brownie points by bitching.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
John and Gordy with Dr. Tim Slecker from Busted Pencils, our guest, talking about education and funding education. I just want to get to that point. We act like we don't have the money for it. We can't raise the salaries. We can't offer these people more money to do the job that we need to have them do, simply because the Republicans have this scam going where they build up all the taxes, and we have a surplus of $4 billion. We have that because they're not spending the money where they should be spending the money. Instead, they're foisting it off on property taxpayers who have to have referendums in order to raise money for their school districts, while they save $4 billion so they can give it away as a tax cut. And this is how they get reelected in this state. That's the scam. By the way, Lee and Racine said this. Part of the reason we have a teacher... Oh, boy.
Hang on.
All right. Part of the reason we have a teacher shortage is that conservative talk show hosts started demonizing them about 25 years ago. By the way, Lee, they really did that when Scott Walker was elected in 2011. He also says here, we were discussed almost daily on one of Milwaukee's radio stations, and they weren't singing our praises. People do not recognize education as the separate discipline that it is. And it's something we have to, we have the money to fund this, and they're not doing it, and they're acting like we don't have the money. And if we do have the money, we shouldn't spend it. Some weird excuse like that, actually.
Yeah. Well, I kept waiting though, John, for you to, every time you did the $4 billion to put that Dr. Evil pinky in the corner of your mouth.
$4 billion.
Billion.
Yeah.
Well, but seriously, we really, this is where, again, to break this down into community and a neighborhood and the homeowners in a neighborhood and the people, yes, we fundamentally have a flawed funding system for our schools that rely on real estate taxes. That in and of itself is a problem. And though, guess what? Affordability, I know it's not an issue, but it is an issue. And if you talk about raising property taxes, that creates anger kind of across the board, almost to sit down and say, like, boy, I really want to fund my public schools, but I also really want to start drinking whole milk now that it's healthy. And at some point, if I'm going to drink whole milk, they got to cut back on my property taxes. I'm making fun of Kennedy there. If you didn't get
but
that.
here's the thing, because there was a promise a long time ago to fund it 2/3 funding for our public schools. That is gone.
It's gone, but this is such, and you said scam. It is a re-election strategy that they will never let go of, because if you can have an angry population, and then you can show up and say, acknowledge their anger, and then say you're not going to stand for it, you get reelected or elected. And so there's no reason to fix this. In fact, there's every reason to keep it going, to continually throw it back on the population, on the neighbors, the people who have houses in school districts, and
them angry.
say, hey, if we're going to keep the lights on, I'm sorry, but Superintendent X now has to go and put together a referendum. And boy, as soon as one of those school districts puts out that they're going to a referendum, it's like blood in the water for the, wow, look at those greedy schools again going to people. It's like, no, this is a game. We understand it. And this is where you have to have more and more conversations that point out this truth, which is this doesn't have anything to do with greedy schools wanting more money from the taxpayers. This is about negligent, immoral politicians that willfully, willingly, and knowingly have created a system that creates harm and pain upon the children of Wisconsin.
And let's take a quick call
that's great.
here.
Great.
We have Dick on the line.
Nicely put.
Has a question about vouchers. Dick, go ahead.
Well, yeah, throw in voucher schools. I mean, I don't want money going towards them. Sorry. Just do not. And, what we're talking about is just keep the electorate dumb.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what Republicans are about. I get a kick out of people, though, that when they're looking for a house, for instance, well, I don't want to buy it in that neighborhood. The school district's not good.
Yes, because
there'll be some of the same people that don't want to spend money on education.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Dick, thank you. We have a candidate for governor, Tom Tiffany, who wants to cut our property taxes. Like, well, how are we going to pay for our schools then, Tom? Right? And the legislators, Republican legislators, won't put any money toward the public schools, thinking, well, they're not doing very well, and they have two parallel school systems running at the same time. I wonder why we're short. But it's always, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, though, I will always vouch for the two of you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Tim.
Well, can we have that in the form of a voucher?
Yeah.
Put it in writing.
Come on. Yeah. It's crazy. It's a crazy world.
But the thing is, if the state pays, it's less money. If we pay separately, it costs a lot of money. Yeah. So if the state pays, not everybody gets to pay less in, and they don't have to pay higher taxes.
No, it's boy, I don't know. Is it a fundamental problem of civics education? Because and you know what? I will say it is, because what ends up happening is that every so often we need to make sure that we instill civics education in school. And guess what that ends up being? Memorization. None of it is, hey, let's look at the property tax issue so that you can actually learn what's really happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dr. Tim Slecker, we got to leave it there. Thanks for joining us. Check out the Busted Pencils podcast at civicmedia.us. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
I'll vouch for you anytime.
Woo, we got it in.
Wow,
made it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Made it.
Very
made
good,
it, made
Tim.
It.
Thanks.
Yeah, good stuff. So we're going to, I think what Aaron was saying, or Don was saying, we're going to try to keep this as the new time.
Yes, that would
that
be
works
perfect
for you.
Okay,
Yep,
and
perfect.
the sound quality like this worked
Excellent.
out okay?
Yes.
It's
Really
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounded really good. Yeah.
Well, then, there you go.
All right, man. You may see me with my AI glasses on, Tim, next time.
Nice.
Yes. I'm going to try them on the show, see how it works out.
Oh, my God. So with those, you'll be able to look through the screen at me and see into my soul.
Yes. Yes, the man with the X-ray eyes, practically.
I tell you what, when you get in there, when you see the crazy shit, if you can make sense of it, that would be awesome.
Okay, we'll see if AI can take care of that problem.
All right, later, fellas.
All right, buddy.
Adios.
This is ABC News.
Construction barrels bloom every spring. So do opinions. WMDX, guiding Madison through life's most predictable surprises.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. A mainstay of Madison's restaurant scene has died. John Kavanaugh's family opened the Esquire Club on the east side all the way back in the 40s. It's Madison's oldest family-owned supper club. Kavanaugh tried to retire a couple years ago and found a new owner for the restaurant, but it just didn't work out. He ended up right back over there, coming out of retirement to keep running the family legacy. Kavanaugh's son told the State Journal his dad had been dealing with health issues for years. He was 76 years old. And starting today, a small portion of Bassett Street is closed, just the part between West Johnson and West Dayton. They're dismantling a crane there. It should all be back to normal by Monday. And it's the free fun weekend for Madison and Dane County parks. Things like lake access and ice fishing that you would usually need a permit for are free. There's a candlelit walk tomorrow in Warner Park and bird and nature adventures both tomorrow and Sunday. Officials opened our skating rinks earlier this winter, and then they had to close them again once it got really warm. They're hoping to have a handful of our skating rinks open this weekend. But with the roller coaster of temperatures we've had just within the last week, the ice can be finicky, so you'll want to check the county parks website to see if any are open. And Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, dedicated to the civil rights pioneer who championed nonviolent protest. The Madison and Dane County MLK observance is Monday night at the Overture Center. There's no school, so the King Coalition is hosting its Youth Call to Service event. The goal is to encourage kids to volunteer their time. It's geared toward middle and high schoolers. Remember, city, state, and federal buildings are closed on Monday, too. There's also no mail. Metro Transit will be operating on their Saturday schedule. And if Monday is your normal pickup day for trash and recycling, the Streets Division will be around Tuesday. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
The Bucks lose on the road. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NBA. The Bucks lost to the San Antonio Spurs 119-101. Milwaukee fell so far behind, head coach Doc Rivers decided to wave the white flag and bench most of his starters.
We got outplayed, guys. Let me say this. Before the game, if you had told us we shot 48 threes, what would you have thought? We didn't make them. And the missed threes, long rebounds got them out running. That hurt us. But the fouling killed us.
The Bucks are off until Monday when they host the Hawks. College hoops, the Wisconsin Badgers at the Kohl Center tomorrow at 1 against Rutgers. Greg Gard on CBS Sports asked about that big win last weekend over number 2 ranked Michigan.
How many text messages were on your phone when you went to the locker room after the game?
Over 100. Most all the former coaches and ADs I've worked with and for. And no, it was fun. Proud of our players, and locker room obviously was very celebratory.
That's Wisconsin head coach Greg Gard with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
From the Capitol to your kitchen table, Madison's biggest stories live right here on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Light snow continuing into the afternoon. Total daytime accumulations an inch or less. Plenty of clouds in mid-30s with gusty west winds. Some more light snow into the overnight. Mostly cloudy, lows to the lower teens. Snow will continue into Saturday. Currently 35 degrees.
This is Robert Pilot, host of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we talk about Native issues like treaties, protecting Mother Earth, and holding our elected officials accountable. You'll also hear from Turtle Island voices like Arvina Martin, State Representative Heather Keeler, Ruth Anna Buffalo, Dr. Anthony Stately, State Senator Mary Kunesh, Robert Lilligren, and Bob Blake. Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station. Pete Schwaba.
Aaron, did you put a Christmas tree up this year?
A really little one.
Mine is still up and it's depressing. I went through a period where I would keep it up through most of January, kind of in protest of winter. Like I wanted it to still seem like the holidays.
At my parents' house, it was always an ordeal. And so we would just leave it up and put off taking all that back down.
And you just got to make a clean break. It's like a breakup. Get it over with. Don't drag it.
Follow that?
Good Friday afternoon to you.
And Paul was a walrus, right?
Paul was.
He was a walrus.
He was. Yeah.
And or dead. You know, it's hard to say.
Well, you're true. Huh?
Yeah.
I know. We're begging. People are begging to hear the Paul McCartney is Dead reruns that
Played that a while back.
I
yeah.
saved up many, many years ago.
Oh, man.
Maybe we should play an episode
We
here
should
on the
do
program.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that sometime.
All right. Phone lines are open, 855-752-4842. But now it's time to give away our final pair of tickets today for the All-American Rejects. They're coming to the Wisconsin State Fair. Do we have any All-American Rejects music or some reasonable facsimile thereof? Aaron Zommers. Take your time as I will continue to read the copy.
Yes, it'll come on.
Okay. The All-American Rejects are going to be at the Wisconsin State Fair Thursday, August 13th. Tickets went on sale this morning at wistatefair.com, but we have a pair of tickets that you can still win. Get in on this contest. We'll select one more winner today, and you have until 6 p.m. to text us the following keyword. The keyword is stage. S-T-A-G-E. Stage. All right? And again, go to the Civic Media app, click on your local station on the network, and send us that keyword. Just look for the text button at the bottom. The keyword is stage, S-T-A-G-E. Get it in before 6 o'clock this evening. We will notify you if you are the winner. Again, tickets are on sale now at wistatefair.com for the All-American Rejects at the Wisconsin State Fair on Thursday, August 13th.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Now let's talk about Mad King Don.
Oh,
I know. I
in the
won't call him a
world?
king, but he is a dictator.
Yeah.
But that doesn't roll as well as Mad King Don, right?
Right.
I mean, he thinks he's a king. We are using it in a negative way. So, look, I don't want to sit here and have to explain this every time.
Like diagram that out on the whiteboard. What are you
Every
doing?
time I say this.
What's the story?
Okay,
John?
the story is, and this has really gotten under my craw. Trump floated the tariff idea against countries that don't go along with his plans for Greenland.
Okay.
All right,
He just can't let go of
Let
this.
that sink in.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
This is just, he's truly mad. I mean,
Mad, crazy mad.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We're not calling him names. No one would think like this. No one would ask for something like this unless they were totally mad. Right?
Yes.
All right. Let's
Right.
let's listen to the madness. Okay.
I said, no, we're going to put a 25% tariff, which is, by the way, I called Germany. No, we will not do that. I said, no, we're going to put a 25% tariff, which is, by the way, about 7 times more than they would have to pay by raising their drug. Like 7 times. This wasn't like a little bit more. 7 times more. And I may do that for Greenland, too. I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security. So I may do that.
Okay, there it is. That's the threat.
Well,
that's what he said. I'm not making it up.
Well,
I haven't paraphrased it.
That's
sure him saying it.
Right.
That he's going to put a tariff on countries that don't let him go along with stealing Greenland.
Mm-hmm. Well, he probably knows that Canadian troops are going into Greenland, as well as British troops and German troops. Yeah, they're heading toward Greenland, even as we speak. They may already be there.
Truly amazing.
Yeah.
Truly amazing.
Right.
I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security. Wow.
France, Germany, Sweden, Finland, Norway, the Netherlands, all sending troops into Greenland.
So what do you think of that?
Yeah.
What is it time to call this guy mad? Is it? This is just outrageous what he's doing to the cities. He wants to do more of what's happening in Minneapolis, all across the country.
Venezuela.
They're training people for it. Pete Hegseth confirmed it. They're going to have special forces going in to all these different cities, and it's just it's truly
madness.
is mad. He just wants to get even or back at. I don't know.
He just wants to create more and more chaos. That's why Venezuela. That's why Colombia, Canada, Greenland. Still got a war in Ukraine.
We did not have that problem. The problem he's talking about is immigration.
Right.
The fact that there are people in this country, immigrants, here illegally. I got it. Or even legally at this point, they started kicking them out and swooping them up. So it wasn't so much just the immigrants who are here illegally.
Right.
Even the ones who were here legally got swept up. They are taking kids, and they're using kids as hostages to get the parents to come out of the house to take their child.
Unbelievable. Yeah, just stirring up more disruption and chaos and confusion and distraction from the Epstein files.
And here's the thing. I thought of this today. When they swoop these people up and their families are wondering where their relative is.
Right.
Where these people are. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, they find out when they're released. The thing here is, why not have a list every night? They come out with a list of the people they have arrested and put that list out so people can check those lists and find out who's been swept up by ICE. Wouldn't that be a little more convenient? They don't seem to care a damn about anything that we care about.
Right.
Well, the thing is, if you write down a list of the people who have been disappeared, then there might be some accountability. There's more of a record of it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, they don't want accountability.
Right.
Let's head to the phones. Right. Gene is calling from Eau Claire. Good afternoon, Gene.
Hi, guys. Great show as usual. I would like to say some characteristics here of a sadistic personality disorder, and I would like people to think about those. Just think of any people that might fit this description, okay? A perversive pattern of cruel, demeaning, and aggressive behavior, used physical cruelty or violence in relationships, humiliate or demean. I'm cutting this down so we don't get into it, so I take so much time.
Sure,
humiliation or demeaning people in the presence of others. Has treated or disciplined someone under their control, unusually harshly. Amused, takes pleasure in psychological or physical suffering of others, including animals. Lied for the purpose of harming or inflicting pain on others. Gets others to do what they want by frightening them or through intimidation. Restricts autonomy of people. Is fascinated by violence, weapons, martial arts, or torture. Now, does anybody have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these characteristics? Who are the people being hired by this to raise havoc in all of our cities in America?
That's right, and they really don't have any standards for the ICE agents. They're hiring anybody at this point.
Personality disorder, folks.
Is
We
that
can't
real?
figure it out.
Is
We
that
can't get
is that
it
a
out.
real disorder? Is that the actual disorder?
Yep. No, this is an older model of the DMS3R revised. So this is an older one, but let me tell you,
It works.
I don't think we can miss any of these on one particular person. And a lot of the people that are now running the different areas of our government. So, folks, we gotta educate. We gotta get out in droves to get these people out of office, including those in the state of Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
All
You have
right.
a good day.
Gene,
Bye-bye.
thank you for that.
Gene, thank you.
Of course, they've coalesced in one spot, and that's the administration. Let's go to Joe. Joe, hey, what do you got?
Well, I'm sorry I missed the first hour of your fabulous show. So if you've already touched on the Nobel Prize, I did want to return to that.
No, we haven't. Go ahead and hit it. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit
and-
yesterday, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, as we know, it was this lovely woman, Machado, just gave him the prize because why not? And and huge grin on his face because it's the same as winning it if somebody gives it to you. You know, if I found that old Oscar statuette at the junk store, it's the same as winning it. I won an Oscar.
Yeah.
And I think where this ends up is just going to be fantastic. And in terms of fantastically sick, but also some good laughs here and there, it is noted that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and this is a quote, was talking about Mr. Trump, and he said, "This is a peacetime president," the guy who wants to invade Greenland. He says, "This is a peacetime president." He said, now get this, you guys, he's made 8.5 deals ending war. 8.5? What's the 0.5? I mean, what on earth would that be?
An almost deal.
Yeah, and then he adds, and he's also ended the war on saturated fat. Now, I didn't know there was a saturated fat war.
I didn't either.
Apparently there is.
Maybe that's the
And what a
have, right?
Yeah, what a messy thing that must be. It reminds me of that time they had that terrible fire at the butter factory. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
In January.
Yep.
Yeah, and people were slipping and sliding around that. So that must be what we are to go back to. But I do love the fact that we just pick numbers out of the air, like 8.5.
Right.
I was kind of interested that he was touted, or he was taunting Carney recently, the Canadian Prime Minister, and saying that Canada owes, I think it was $2.8 trillion to the United States because of this or that. You know, again, the number is absolutely picked out of the air.
Yeah.
And apparently Carney, and to his credit, just had this 3-word response: "Show your work."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's good.
Show your work. And I think that's the other thing about this Nobel Prize that he's grabbing. He's got this new idea here now. There's no reason to do the work. Just get somebody to give you a prize. So, you know, you don't need the Nobel Prize in mathematics. Just hold a gun to somebody's head and take it. You know, look at me. I'm really good in math.
Right.
He is such a bully. He truly is. He's just got to have everybody else's toys.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether he is awarded the Peace Prize, as long as he can have it. You know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting if the Nobel Committee does give him the prize eventually for his victory in the war on saturated.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh,
a saturated fat.
That's a big one.
I think we can win that one.
All right, Joe.
Oh, God.
Have a great weekend,
All right,
you guys.
Joe.
Take-
Thank
Too.
you.
Yeah. By the way, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has stated, they came out with a statement, yesterday,
Cool.
saying the facts are clear and well established. Once a Nobel Prize is announced, it cannot be revoked, shared, or transferred to others, and that decision is final and stands for all time. So they're saying, she may have given it to him, but it's not his.
I hope it doesn't hurt his feelings.
Yeah, well. 19 past the hour. Back with more of your calls. 855-752-4842. Still got a bunch of calls lined up and ready to go here. Coming back with more of John and Gordy after this.
To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and
92.7 WMDX. Talk radio that actually talks to you.
I'm hungry. What's cooking?
Oh, no, not me. It's your turn.
Oh, we're back to taking turns?
Yes.
Well, how about Sugar River Pizza?
Oh, yeah, now they can cook.
I could really go for some of that 12-hour smoked pulled pork.
Ooh, and some pasta. Okay, now I'm hungry. Sugar River, here we come.
And they have that great kids menu, too.
We don't have any kids.
Right. That's beside the point. The point is, I'm hungry, you're hungry.
Let's go.
Yes. And we should talk about having some kids.
Get in the car, Bob. Sugar River, Sun Prairie, Verona, New Glarus, and catering.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Civic Media Mornings.
Wisconsin Beer and Cheese Fest. Lucas Malloy is one of the organizers.
What's a pretzel necklace?
They have a string around your neck with any variation of pretzels. The wild people, they bring meat sticks, Fruit Loops, bags of cheese curds. Like, you can put any kind of cuisine you want on the string.
Sometimes I like a little sweet, like a fun-sized Snickers bar. I have a whole buffet. It's like a charcuterie board around my neck.
Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan at your local Civic Media station. Weekdays 6 to 8.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their business.
John and Gordy in the afternoon, having quite the discussion here about Mad King Don and the fact that he might just tear off all the countries that took all along with him on his plans for Greenland.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you know, I never saw this one coming. This is just nuts. And if that Supreme Court doesn't take the tariff weapon away from him, we are in real trouble.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that decision's now weighing very heavily on this nation. So we'll see what happens, where they come down on that. Mm-hmm. That should be out any day, I guess.
I think so. Let's head back to the phones. 855-752-4842. Charles has been waiting on the line from Milwaukee. Good afternoon, Charles.
Hey, happy Friday, guys.
Yes.
Hey. A couple questions. So the first one has to do with the murderous agent in Minneapolis. I noticed yesterday when I was watching the video again, him walking away with a pep in his step. He had a front vest just full of things. Do we know if any of those things were knocked off when she ran him over? My thing is, when I figured something would have fallen.
Right.
Well, that occurred to me as well. So
yeah, he looked like he had a pep in his step, and everything was in place on his vest.
Yeah, so that's the first thing. Then my second thing has to do with this whole thing with immigrants and how they're saying, you know, we're getting out the people that are not supposed to be here, that the illegal people. So with Europeans that came here with the visa, that visas have expired, wouldn't they be here illegal as well?
Yes, and that would include Elon. Is that correct?
Right. Well, because my thing is, I have not seen not a one video where they're snatching any Europeans out of their cars or their kids out of schools or their daycares or busting down the doors to get them and send them back to either another country or the country where they were born.
Yeah. Yeah, during the census, when I would go out and have these questionnaires, I ran into a whole bunch of people at the university, and they were here at the college to learn what they needed to learn and go back to their countries and improve their countries by what they have learned here, by the degree that they get here at our university. And we're stopping that. We're preventing that from happening. We're preventing other countries from improving by learning what we can teach them here, and they can take it back home with them. That's what's happening in this country right now.
Charles, thanks for that call.
Yeah.
Good, lines are open, 855-752.
Sometimes I get on my soapbox.
4842.
Maybe a little
relax,
bit too much today.
Well, it's Friday. We got the weekend to relax. You'll be able to kick back a little bit. You got big plans for the weekend?
I don't know yet.
You're going to work around the house? You're going to check out your new AI glasses?
I'm working on the AI glasses.
Yeah.
It's going to take a learning curve, but I know I can grab a hold of these things and learn it very quickly. All right. I mean, we'll see how long it takes AI to catch up to me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you tried the glasses on, right?
I did.
And they had the right prescription, right?
Yes.
I mean, so
they look great. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well,
Brett says that we should start mailing our old trophies from high school to the White House.
That's a good idea.
Hey!
After all the people that complain about our participation trophies.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh.
Gather those up
and
put them in
perfect.
a box.
Again, it's like I said, it's a guy who wants to have everybody else's things,
Well,
and that gives them happiness. And this is a perfect idea, Brett. Wow. Let's start sending our old trophies from high school to the White House.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
Seriously.
I don't know the zip code. Maybe we can look that up.
That is a good idea. Okay.
Great suggestion.
It is a really good.
They need more. They need more gold and brass.
Yeah. We hardly have any time.
Yeah.
We have. We got to take another break here, but I'll tell you what. It's just enough time to put CJ on. What do you got for us, CJ?
What? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
I don't know. He's been waiting on the line here. I don't know if we can get CJ.
Okay, let's.
All right, we're going to go to it right now. Here we go.
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, CJ. Happy weekend.
Okay. 22 hours, I think I've been on hold.
Oh, we thought you were busy calling Tom Hartman again.
Yeah.
He puts me on, but, I heard that I was on probation and I must have got cut off because I don't know what I did wrong to get it, but I guess I got a number one fan. I think you mentioned his name just a minute ago, that wants to do fact checking. Well, I got a few facts that I'd like him to check on.
All right.
Joe Biden, more Americans died from COVID during Joe Biden than Donald Trump. That's one. The other one
that's
is
irrelevant. I mean, I don't know what you're getting at.
Over a 1.9% inflation rate to Joe Biden and his administration, and he took it up to 9%. That's number two. The third one I'd like to have him check is that the Biden-Harris border czar had the highest illegal immigrations of anybody in the history of the country at 6,000 per day.
Well, Harris wasn't the border czar.
And now your party complains that we're going to find the worst of the worst.
She wasn't the border czar, so that's incorrect. And by the way,
she sure was.
By the way, it wasn't so
Position
much
doesn't exist.
The inflation wasn't necessarily a problem that Biden had. It was
really?
the fact that we had COVID and we had a supply chain problem, which created the high prices and the greedflation as well. So I just thought I'd set the record straight. Am I fact checking the fact checker?
I think so. News is coming up next. We'll be back with more of John and Gordy after this.
92.7 WMDX. Warning, may cause smarter dinner conversations. Parallel parking in Madison? Impossible. Finding real conversation on the radio? Probable. With 92.7 WMDX.
Earlier this week, Secretary Brooke Rollins introduced some new changes to the dairy margin coverage. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and Ryan Yonkman, the Vice President of Everegg, is here to give a look into some of those changes that are beneficial for farmers.
They've updated our production to now reflect 2021 through 2023. So for any of us that have grown over the last 5 to 10 years, which many have, this will allow us to get our production at the FSA updated, or at least closer to updated, to where Tier 2 likely covers a lot more of your current milk than it was. So that's a positive deal. This program, in our eyes, has always been viewed as kind of a handout, like you need to do it each and every year. If you look at the current marketplace going forward right now, we've got margins forecasted around like 8.
Ryan Yonkman, the Vice President of Everegg. From the Rural Mutual Insurance News Desk, I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and we'll take a look at those closing markets right after this.
Did you know soybean diseases like white mold and sudden death syndrome can survive in your soil even after rotating crops? Prevention of these diseases is a constant battle, and yield loss from an infection can be devastating. The right management plan makes all the difference. Keep your beans safe this spring with Heads Up seed treatment. Heads Up guards your seed from both white mold and SDS. Stay protected and profitable by asking your seed dealer for Heads Up. Learn more at headsupst.com.
Did you know you can leverage crop insurance to benefit your bottom line? Ag Country Farm Credit Services can help. Choosing the right coverage for your goals can help maximize margins, strengthen your marketing strategy, and build a more resilient operation overall. As you plan for the season ahead, focus on more than just managing risk. Call 800-450-9858 to speak with one of our dedicated crop insurance officers. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Welcome back to the Rural Mutual Insurance News Desk, everybody. I'm Ben Jarbo from the Midwest Farm Report. Now let's see how the markets are moving on the close this Friday. The week looks to be ending on a high note, with cash corn up 4.5 at $4.24 3/4, and new crop corn up 3 cents at $4.49 3/4. Cash soybeans are up 4 3/4 at $10.57 3/4, with new crop soybeans also up 4 3/4 at $10.69. March wheat is up 7.5 at $5.18, with new crop July wheat up 7 cents at $5.40.5. Class 3 milk contracts for February are 7 cents higher at $15.07 a hundredweight, and March contracts are also 7 cents higher at $15.16 a hundredweight. 40-pound blocks of cheese remained even with no change at $1.29, and butter closed up 4 cents at $1.35.5. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Light snow continuing into the afternoon. Total daytime accumulations an inch or less. Plenty of clouds at mid-30s with gusty west winds. Some more light snow into the overnight. Mostly cloudy, lows to the lower teens. Snow will continue into Saturday. Currently 35 degrees.
Listen to the Civic Media exclusive podcast, Busted Pencils.
Our guest, Dr. Jonathan Gerko. Johnny, jump in there.
I think there was very little radical about Mamdani. Free buses, for example. I ride the bus. Very few people actually pay the fare today. And you're riding the bus to work or to go to school or to spend your money in a different part of town. Hardly a radical public service.
Subscribe to Busted Pencils wherever you listen to podcasts.
I'm Rick Smith, host of The Rick Smith Show. If you're looking for honest talk, real stories, and straight-up news that matters to you, tune in to The Rick Smith Show. We're digging into the issues that affect your job, your family, your future. Join me weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network, because your voice deserves to be heard. That's The Rick Smith Show. Heard weeknights.
It's John and Gordy.
855-752-4842. Yeah, some more phone calls coming in here. Let's head to Merrill, Wisconsin. Cornell is on the line. Good afternoon, Cornell.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I there?
Yes, you are on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
I've been studying Ukraine, and I hope that people don't forget about Ukraine. The Kushner and Wyckoff are making a peace deal with Putin, and Putin keeps throwing 100 to 400 drones a day into Ukraine. And right now, that Ukraine has no power at all in Kyiv, and the people are really suffering because it's below zero. And I just hope the people will don't forget about Ukraine. And I mean, he's killing civilians. Putin has killed 13,000 civilians, 1,000 children in the last 2 years, and the girls yelling, "It's a genocide over there." I get my report from Professor Gerards, Gereds. He does a Ukraine report, and I hope the people will don't forget about Ukraine because they're really suffering. It's awful cold there, and they knocked out the energy source there, so they have no heat, no power. So I just hope that the people will support Ukraine.
That's a good point.
Yeah, good reminder.
Can't forget about Ukraine. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And
who was the professor that you mentioned there?
Professor Gerard.
I looked it up. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's Gerds or Gerds, Gerdes.
Okay. Well, Cornell, thank you for that reminder, and we appreciate you
We'll have to look
contacting
for
us.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
It's on social media. Is that where it's located?
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
Okay, YouTube. Okay.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Always good to have some new sources for this information. We like to pass them along to you. I think we have, do we have a Dark Left sitting in our little library there recently, at least this month?
I believe so.
Check here in a moment, but we can go back to the phones here. Brett is on the
let's
line.
go to Brett. He's been texting us here.
Yeah,
let's
from
talk to Brett.
Hey, guys. It's time to DCJ the airwaves. I appreciate your you were right. It's exactly what I told him.
Yeah.
Or I would have told him as well. But he got a couple of other things I wanted to mention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no fan of his, so he got that wrong. And and this whole, when Joe Biden was president, cheeseburgers were $1.50 more. Who cares? Joe Biden doesn't have an army of secret goons shooting people in the public.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We.
All right.
Okay. That's an excellent point.
Brett, thank you.
I wish, like CJ or any of the other MAGAs that do appreciate listening to some of what we do here, I wish they'd at least acknowledge the fact that maybe some of these things are not working out as they had been planned.
Well, right. And not only MAGAs, but just the old regular Republicans that identify as just Republicans, that might be a little bit more reason. Is this what you really voted for? Is this what you wanted?
Yeah, you wanted the immigrants out, right? Now, is it okay to go after the Americans?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what's happening in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's continuing.
It's outrageous. Why don't we listen?
In fact,
we have Mike.
Mike from Muscadet on the line. Good afternoon, Mike. Go ahead.
Hi, Mike.
How you guys doing?
Good.
I appreciate the debate here and talking to you guys. And this whole deal in Minnesota.
Yeah.
When an officer of the law tells me to do something, I generally listen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go and
I'm with
confront
you.
them.
Yeah.
Or get in their face or taunt them.
because they're doing their job, and I have immense respect for law enforcement, whether it's ICE or it's local cop, even a mall cop. I mean, if they tell you to do something, don't keep after them. If this woman wouldn't have stalked them and harassed them, maybe she'd be alive today. It's just sad. It's tragic. These people, they're like sheeple. They're not people. They've got some kind of, it's kind of you talk about derangement syndrome. They've got it. And I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of paid people over there doing a lot of dirty work.
Now, do you watch the video, right, Mike?
Right.
And did you see that Renee's vehicle was in the middle of the road, so vehicles actually went by behind her car and in front of her car. So she didn't really block anybody, right?
And she was in the process of moving her vehicle and complying with what they
she was going to
asked
move.
her to do.
Yep.
But, I wasn't there, and I'm not an ICE officer in that situation, and, it just exploded, and it's unfortunate, just like this George Floyd thing. If he would have listened to the police, he'd still be alive. When they tell you to do something, listen to them. Don't go jacking with them all day. It's sad. It's terrible.
If I may weigh in on something, I would say in both of these instances, I think, yes, the citizens should have listened, but the response to them disobeying was very strong. Like kneeling on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes is more than excessive.
Yeah.
And shooting Renee Good is also very excessive compared to what it is that they did.
And that, according to the rules, by the way, ICE rules, they're not supposed to do what he did. He shot a person in a vehicle trying to move their vehicle. He got in front of a vehicle, which is another thing he should not have done. He should not have used deadly force in a situation like that. That is against ICE rules. There are no rules, according to the Trump administration. So, they have immunity on anything at this point that they're doing. Are you okay with immunity, Mike?
I'm okay. I'm okay with certain aspects of the whole perspective here, but I'm not okay with not listening to the police officers, because in every case, if they would have listened to them, they'd still be alive today, and you cannot deny that fact. And by the way, CJ's my hero.
All right. Well, okay. Mike, we love hearing from you, so keep it up. Give us a call back when you have an opinion to pass along to us. We always at least appreciate, discussing what we have to discuss here and fact-checking each other in regards to all the stuff that's going on right now. But I do think that, the video is out there and we can kind of see what's going on in the videos, including George Floyd.
Yeah.
I think
and leading up to it.
We have a lot of evidence proving our side. So
let's go back to the phones. Mark is on the line from Prairie du Sac. Good afternoon, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, trying to process what I just heard.
Okay.
Right?
All right. From what Mike just said, those people were told to get out of the Capitol when they breached the Capitol on January 6th. Every single one of them could have been shot. I mean, it just
that's true.
It's utter nonsense to spout this stuff. But she did not offer any kind of real threat to these guys. I mean, to that guy, and he was angry and he shot her. Yeah. That's why he did. He was pissed off, and he shot a woman who offered no threat to him whatsoever. This crap, you got to listen to the police, listen to the police.
Right.
Part of our right of freedom of speech is to petition our government, and she's trying to petition our government. I mean, in this particular case, she wasn't causing any kind of real obstruction to them at all, getting out there to do their kind of business. And these cops, apparently, they dumped a flashbang and they landed underneath the van and filled it with smoke, and the child just about could have died. I mean, the baby could have died. I mean, do they think this is okay? I mean, it is just.
I haven't followed up on the child and the baby. I don't know what happened to the baby.
Well, I heard today that apparently it bounced underneath the flashbang, bounced underneath the wrong vehicle. Well, what the heck are they deploying flashbangs for in the first place?
Right. Yes.
I mean, it is just beyond me that they're doing this stuff. You do not lean into vehicles. You do not break a window to lean in to try to stop. The only time I ever leaned into a vehicle when I pumped gas is when I leaned in there and the girl that came in, she said, "Lean in, you look cold out there." I leaned in there and she gave me a big old kiss. But I mean, it is just that you do not lean into a vehicle.
That's right.
I mean, that you break a window and try to grab it. You're not going to. It's idiotic.
You're not going to stop a vehicle by holding onto the car door or the window. Yeah.
And if you shoot somebody, what happens if they hit the accelerator and the car plows into a bunch of people that are on the other side of the street?
Right.
It's idiotic. I mean, that this guy. You have to. It is just.
I know, but
I mean,
here's the thing.
I get it. Yeah, we understand.
But here's the thing. I don't think Renee Nicole Good actually stalked anybody.
Right.
I think she was there dropping off her friend, and she parked that way in order to block traffic because the whistles were going. ICE was there. This is their way of protesting the situation, and protesting is legal as far as I know. And she did block traffic. But not really blocked any traffic, but she did have her car sideways, and traffic could at least go through either front or back of her vehicle. There was nothing there that really caused a scene except for the agent who decided to take the law into his own hands.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and she was asked to move, and she was complying with that. And she said, "I'm not mad at you, dude."
Exactly.
That's what she said.
Right to the guy who shot her. That's outrageous. And that alone should just, make you think.
And they had a picture of her license plate. They could have just let her go and, given her a ticket later at her address. But, Anyway,
okay.
We've all seen the video. Let's see. Let's go to Cam in Appleton. Good afternoon, Cam. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Is it a generational thing to be saying for cops to be jacking them around? Is that a generational thing? 'Cause I've never quite heard that before. And I don't know if Mike's flamboyant, but that sounds very flamboyant coming from I'm bisexual myself, right? So hearing someone say jacking cops around, it sounds like someone that has a lot of experience with hot cops.
No, it's an old phrase. It's an old phrase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, Mike, no, I'm not ragging on you. If you're into hot cops and stuff, man, I could help you pick out a neat outfit, I'm sure. Hey, so these people that are talking about like as if Renee or George Floyd, if they had just obeyed, or Mike saying that CJ's his hero. You guys already pointed out Jan 6, but like none of you people put on your masks when you were told to. You react so quickly to things that emotionally distress you. You don't use logic with anything. The party of the F Your Feelings group is so hell-bent on forcing their feelings on everyone else.
That's
Mike,
right.
You're an embarrassment, and I can't wait till your arthritis catches up to you and you can't use a phone anymore.
All right. Well, all right, Cam. Thanks for calling. Now let's go to Todd. Do we have time? No, we don't. We'll get to Todd or Billy and Don in just a few moments right here with John and Gordy in the afternoon.
Coming right back.
Talking about you, people, it all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you using me, 'cause I sure am using you to do the things you do.
77 square miles surrounded by reality, and we cover all of it. This is 92.7 WMDX Madison and on the Civic Media app.
Hello, this is Dr. Chris Kammer, the no-drill, no-shot dentist from Victorious Dental. For more than a century, dentistry meant drills and needles. So archaic. These days, modern science has transformed how we treat cavities. Instead of cutting away cavities and tooth structure, we can now stop decay in its tracks using safe, FDA-approved methods. Who knew, right? One of the most exciting is silver diamine fluoride, a liquid that can painlessly halt a cavity from progressing. When combined with simple medicine filling materials that go on like spackle, we can actually heal teeth rather than destroy them. This approach is comfortable, lowers cost, and preserves every possible bit of your natural tooth instead of amputating it with a drill. The next time you hear that old dental drill, remember, modern dentistry has already left it behind. And I'm Dr. Chris Kammer from Victorious Dental. For a kinder, more humane healing experience at the dentist, reach out to Victorious Dental at thedrillisgone.com.
Time to get your carpets cleaned? Call Zero Res. No harsh soaps, no sticky residue, and a 4.9 Google rating. Zero Res. Spell it forward or backward. It's the right way to clean. Call Zero Res Madison 608-848-9000.
Pete Schwaba. Conrad is out sick tonight. I just confirmed what Conrad has. As it turns out, he has gigantism, alien hand syndrome, celiacs, the pig's flu. He has evil twinism. Didn't seem like himself the last couple nights working the board. Conrad, get well soon. There are probably HIPAA restrictions on this, but that's not for me to say. If anyone can do it, the guy who can bench almost 300 pounds can do it.
Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
Aho, this is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all. Hear voices like Arvina Martin of Emerge, Wisconsin, Dr. Stately, Robert Lilligren, and more. Because Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world.
Tim Walls, quite the message.
Yeah.
And also Tim Miller from Bulwark. He got a kick out of a protester up in Minneapolis, and I did too. And when I found Tim's version of it, I thought, oh well, I've got to pass this along to just about everybody.
Okay.
It's a nice opinion from one of the people out there protesting. Not a normal, everyday guy who protests, but
okay.
I like what he said. So we'll be getting to that in just a few moments. First, let's go to the phone lines. We've got Todd or Billy on. What do you got for us today?
Well, in my mind, John and Gordy, when you say that you should comply with law enforcement officials, there's a couple different ways to think about that. And one would be if the law enforcement official is well-trained and acting justly and appropriately, you should comply with them because it's right and proper.
That's what I was thinking,
Right, but also, you know, one might argue you should comply for your safety when a law enforcement officer is acting unjustly or abusively because for self-preservation. And those are two very different things. When black parents have conversations with their children about how to act when there's a police stop, I don't know that it's necessarily because they expect that the law enforcement is going to be legitimate and appropriate. It's because they want their children to preserve their lives. Right. And so that doesn't necessarily, you know, in ICE, for instance, the way that it has been staffed up recently, I don't see them as legitimate law enforcement officers acting appropriately. So if the reason to comply with them is for your own safety, not necessarily out of respect for the law, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Very good.
All right,
Todd or Billy, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Let's head to Waukesha. Don is on the line. Go ahead, Don.
Hi, thanks for having me on. The one thing I want to talk about in that incident is that no one seems to be talking about the fact that they planned this operation in the middle of a school pickup or drop off. Easily like the two busiest and most stressful times.
Right.
Like everyone's day. And then as a former legislator, I got to work closely with police leaders, and like their training dictates that when you're trying to apprehend somebody, you know, you're looking for path of least resistance. You're looking for isolated situations. You want to minimize risk to civilians, and you certainly don't want to engage with innocent people trying to get out of a busy street.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, you want to focus on the court. You know, you're looking for illegal aliens doing crime. Well, why are you bothering a housewife with 2 kids or whatever that is? But it shows the expertise or lack thereof involving ICE and people defending the legitimacy of it when they're wearing masks and they're planning these very public-facing seizures or whatever you want to call them, operations that just are very contradictory to what proper police, protocol is, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I think also that they're intimidating a lot of people out there. You can protest all you want. You're not supposed to intimidate them and then push them around and then think that, well, they can't push me back. That's okay. People can only put up with so much, and I think that's what's wrong here. The protesters are really fed up with this, the way the ICE agents are acting. I mean, this is just, it's intolerable, and I can see why people are frustrated with them.
But so next time CJ calls, ask him that question about that. What do you know about proper seizures or proper operations? Would you want to have one during a school drop-off or pickup?
Right. Yeah, that's the worst possible time.
Frustrated parents and also kids, innocent kids that could be in the line of fire.
I know.
Anyway.
I know. The video that I saw, the school that was attacked, the high school, but that was it was just appalling.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine my kid being in that
unbelievable
melee. It was just outrageous.
Don, thanks for that call.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Yeah, phone lines are back open again.
All right, we got a little time here. Why don't we get to Tim Miller and Sam Stein? They were listening to a protester up there in Minneapolis. I kind of liked it myself. I had a lot of bleeping to do, so let's check this baby out.
Okay.
It's 2:42.
All right.
This is just a man on the street interview, and it really made my morning. Sorry, there's going to be some cussing if you got some fish in the cars.
Ever gone out to these sort of things before? Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here. He does it all the time. I've never. Like I said, I'm far enough away, but close enough, and I sit in my cushy house and look at and get mad, and they're just trying to fucking scare people, and but why shoot people? You know what really pisses me off is the fact that they detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the out of them. They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's fucking anybody. I have friends that got detained, and all they were doing was fucking driving home from work. Sounds like you don't fit the definition of the... No, and I'm not fucking paid to be here like everybody fucking says. What the fuck is that? I gotta work in the goddamn morning, just like everybody else. I'm just here trying to stand up for community, dude. We're all human beings here. I don't give a who you are, where you came from, what color you are. It doesn't fucking matter. This is wrong.
I gotta work in the goddamn morning, just like everybody else. That's my Rick Santelli, the variant that supposedly started the Tea Party.
Yeah,
this is my Rick Santelli moment. This guy.
That's right. And that's what I was thinking too. I mean, Rick Santelli was on the floor of Wall Street and it started ranting about everything being unaffordable, and that kind of started off the Tea Party. This might be that Tea Party moment for a lot of people. That was a normal, everyday person ranting.
There you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, what a day to, at least come out with something like that. We'll get to Tim Wald's message in just a few moments as well.
Governor of Minnesota. Yeah, he had something to say about the current situation. We'll have that and more after a break for news, weather, and sports. It's John and Gordy. Stay with us.
Come on, join the
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Despite Denmark officials telling the U.S. Greenland is not for sale or up for grabs, President Trump still pushing to take over the Danish territory and today making new threats.
I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland because we need Greenland for national security.
A bipartisan group of U.S. lawmakers in Denmark today meeting with leaders opposing the president's plan, including GOP Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski.
Greenland needs to be viewed as our ally, not as an asset.
Clashes breaking out again in Minneapolis as demonstrations build over immigration operations. President Trump today says he does not see the need to invoke the Insurrection Act right now, but it remains a possibility. The president telling reporters today he decided not to strike Iran after learning Iranian leaders would not hold mass executions for hundreds arrested in recent protests. The Pentagon, though, still planning to send additional military assets to the Middle East, according to several people familiar with the discussions. This is ABC News.
Local news, real voices, and conversations that count. That's Madison. And that's 92.7 WMDX.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Some state officials say the DeForest data center proposal is not in the public's best interest. QTS wants DeForest to annex more than 1,600 acres of property from Vienna to build their data center there. The State Department of Administration reviews annexation petitions. Their job is to give recommendations on whether that's a good idea or not, based on services provided if a property moves from one jurisdiction to another. They look at whether first responders, water and sewer systems, and the roads can handle that additional land. And the Department of Administration says no, they do not believe DeForest can best provide the water and sewer services necessary for the data center. Now, the DOA does not have the power to approve or deny projects. Even if they say it's not in the public's best interest, DeForest can move ahead anyway. The village board told WKOW they're still carefully considering all the pieces of the puzzle. At a meeting last week, analysts gave a presentation to the village board saying 5 years from now, the data center could generate an extra $12 million in taxes each year. The board is currently negotiating a pre-annexation agreement with QTS. Their next public meeting is February 9th. And the special bald eagle watching days are this weekend in Sauk City. A long-running study has found high PFAS levels in the water are harming our bald eagle population. Isabella Nieto reports.
According to a WPR report, the Great Lakes Bald Eagle Health Project has been testing the birds for contaminants like heavy metals in their blood since 1990. The organization began testing blood samples from eaglets along Lake Superior and the Apostle Islands in 2023. They found around 40 different types of PFAS. Researchers also determined that the higher levels of PFAS leave the birds more susceptible to disease.
That's Isabella Nieto. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
The future of LaFleur. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NFL. ESPN reporting the Packers are in talks with Matt LaFleur about a contract extension. The head coach could earn as much as $15 million per year. I spoke to running back Josh Jacobs.
I see him, put in extra work every day, and I know what he means to the players. So, speaking for myself, I'm going to stand firm on, wanting them to be the head coach and wanting them to figure something out with him.
College hoops, the Badgers at home tomorrow against Rutgers. Tip-off time at the Kohl Center, 1 o'clock. The Bucks host the Atlanta Hawks at noon Monday after losing last night to the Spurs in San Antonio, 119-101. The Bucks have now lost 3 in a row.
The last couple games just couldn't withstand the runs and stop the bleeding a little bit. So, obviously it's tough. It's disheartening, especially losing a game, but losing the way that we lost the last 2 games is very much so disheartening.
That's the Bucks' Bobby Portis. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Construction barrels bloom every spring. So do opinions. WMDX, guiding Madison through life's most predictable surprises.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Light snow continuing into the afternoon. Total daytime accumulations an inch or less. Plenty of clouds in mid-30s with gusty west winds. Some more light snow into the overnight. Mostly cloudy, lows to the lower teens. Snow will continue into Saturday. Currently 35 degrees.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag, you're it.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the
John and Gordy continuing talking about the debacle in Minneapolis. It is outrageous what's going on up there. And what Tom Homan, the
governor.
czar,
Yeah.
Tom Homan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, Tom Homan. And
thought we were doing the other guy. Never mind.
I know. I was going to get to that. I called an audible in my head.
You called an audible, and but I didn't hear it because you didn't do it out loud.
It was inaudible.
Yeah. Well, I thought at least you'd hear the echo.
Well, yes. Well, and just to be clear, Tom Homan is not the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a border czar.
But you have something else for us here.
Yes, while we're waiting for the invocation of the Insurrection Act, okay?
Yeah.
We could also be entertained somewhat by the juvenile acts of our border czar, Tom Homan.
Oh,
he has an idea, a ridiculous juvenile idea that just... it's shocking. It shocks your senses. This is... Okay, well, let's just listen to the damn thing. I don't even want to describe it. It's 229.
Okay. Here we go.
This job and these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database. Those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV. We're going to let their employers in their neighborhoods, in their schools, know who these people are. Because as you said, a lot of these people, they say they're taking time off work to protest. I bet you a lot of them are calling in sick. I bet you a lot of their employers don't know what they're doing. But we're going to make sure everybody knows who they are. We're going to broadcast. They want to broadcast the ICE officer that was nearly killed all over the internet. We're going to broadcast every one of these people we arrest.
And most Minnesotans, by the way, and I want to say this tonight because folks have reached out to me, support ICE. It's this radical group of anarchists, and when you see them close up, you really get a sense of who they are. It's this crowd, a lot of them paid, a lot of them working, double shifts of protest against the rest of the state, which is our reasonable, common sense, peaceful people of all backgrounds, including immigrant backgrounds. They don't like what's happened in the Twin Cities, and we're going to expose more about Jacob Fry in a moment. But, Tom, I think most people are good people. They just want the bad people out, and they want some peace in their neighborhoods.
They're going to expose Jacob Fry, the mayor of Minneapolis.
Yeah. For what?
Who's hot. By the way, my wife said that.
Oh, well, then it must be true.
Just about everybody thinks that. I know that Stephanie Miller also mentioned it. So.
Okay. All right.
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
He is, and he's certainly out in front.
Yeah, he is.
And I just have to say that if you heard anything more stupid than just putting protesters' faces someplace. I don't know where he's going to put them and expose them to their bosses and their schools.
Even if they've just been detained, without being convicted or
they're being
for no
accused
reason at all.
of something. These are American citizens, being swept up, and he's going to expose them.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Wonder what he did with that grocery bag full of $50,000 cash. Has he ever explained that yet?
No, he really hasn't explained that.
And they got that on the recording of that. Of course, I don't believe they've released that recording.
No, I don't think they have.
Department of Justice.
I don't think they have.
Somehow they've pushed that back to the bottom of the list.
The most frustrating thing is to hear Tom Homan act like it's a really good idea. Or, I got him this time. Gotcha. It's just it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. If they're going to spend time doing this, again, my idea is if you're going to sweep these people up, at least post their names. The people you have captured, post their names so loved ones can check and see if that's why they didn't show up at home.
Well, right.
Right?
I mean, they can go to the detention facility, I suppose, and try to find their names, but they don't know.
No.
A lot of times these guys, apparently, the ICE agents are just picking them up and then interrogating them for a while, driving them somewhere else and dropping them off. Dropping them off somewhere completely different from where they picked them up, and they're on their own then.
So
we don't want to detain them.
So we heard Tom Holland. He's got a really nice gotcha for all the protesters out there, expose their faces and let their bosses know that this guy is protesting instead of being at work. Wow, what an amazing individual. But this is also happening, and this is a post that I thought was pretty unbelievable. This is a woman whose Native American mother is missing, and she posted this. Let's listen to cut 234, please.
I didn't think this would happen to us, but my mother is missing. She's a Native American woman, 59 years old. Her name is Elaine June Johnson. She is an Leech Lake enrolled tribal member. She's been missing since 10 this morning. She didn't make it to her doctor's appointment. She never made it home. Her phone has been off as well, which is not like her. We live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Things here are really hard for people like us. Please say prayers much. Think of us.
And
I just want my mom to come home.
Wow.
Yep. It's
Native American woman, and
that's what's happening.
Missing your mom.
And they're going after Native Americans as well, and this is what ICE is doing. Let's listen to cut 239, please.
Department of Homeland Security is holding Native Americans hostage unless tribal leadership signs an immigration agreement allowing federal agents access to tribal lands to conduct immigration raids. Now, the 3 members that the tribe knows about from the Oglala Sioux tribe in Minnesota were detained last week during immigration raids. They weren't at protests. They weren't doing anything other than going about their daily lives and were stopped because of the color of their skin. These are the original citizens of this land. Their ancestry goes back tens of thousands of years. And immigration customs enforcement officers picked them up, detained them, and are now holding them until the tribal leadership agrees to the demands of DHS. This detainment violates a 150-year-old treaty between the United States and the Oglala Sioux Nation. They are their own government. They are their own entity. They have their own lands that they signed a treaty for and to live on. And now DHS is attempting to bypass that treaty illegally, also that they can go in there and go after more people with brown-colored skin, which includes the majority of individuals that are members of that tribe. DHS wants to expand to arresting and detaining with tribal leadership consent more Native Americans.
Yep. And that's what's happening in Minnesota. So I don't know. It's
still out of control.
The thing is, and we can't miss this fact, they are going after American citizens.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about immigrants anymore. So that has to sink in.
And they're going door to door.
Right.
And
I think, Mike, you should think about that. And I think, CJ, you should also think about that. Let's go to the phone lines. We've got Wisco Paul on. Wisco Paul, what do you got?
All right, good afternoon, boys. Great show as always.
Thanks.
I just, you guys help me get through the day. Of course, then I don't know what his name is or where he's from, Stoughton. He calls in and
CJ.
He can depress you in about a second.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's basically he's either a paid troll or he just sits around and listens to Fox News and writes things down and calls into you guys. But whatever. Weren't we like the shining beacon on the hill that all the world was going to look at and then pattern their democracy after us? Wasn't that at one time the big deal?
It was.
Be like the United States?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where you can flush that right now, can't you?
You sure can. Yep.
I mean, just flush it all. God help us if these clowns come to Madison, because I will be down there demonstrating. And I'll probably get swept up and hauled away, for no reason, because I don't have my papers or something. So, well, anyway, after all that, you gentlemen have a great weekend. And boy, I hope you guys stay on the air, because I don't know if I could make it without listening to you guys and most of your callers. So,
well, thank you.
have a great
absolutely.
weekend, boys.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, we're here for you, buddy. Yep. All right, let's go to Karen in Middleton. Go ahead, Karen.
Well, ditto to everything this last caller said. So, number one, there's I listened to this gal that was coming down from Canada, and she couldn't get back home. And I think if people put in actress, she got put in a detention center and had to go through all the chaining. And it was quite a while back. Well, here she popped up on my Instagram or whatever I look around on. And the long story short, after she went through all the suffering, when they found out she had her own plane ticket home and they wouldn't have to pay for it, they just let her walk out the door. So she really came to a lot of conclusions, and I'm kind of jumping through it so I don't take too much time. But it proves that these are money-making things for our government under this Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if people just put Canadian actress, and she couldn't get out of the country, she was stuck here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like I said, I saw her quite a while back, and then she's on talking again, and I'm like, I think it was on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, I know.
Same girl.
Yeah, it's tough to get across the border, and they're making it difficult for Canadians to do such, and it's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
But I think she was stuck here, and then ICE grabbed her.
Yep.
And then the other thing is, and I don't know if this is true, it's just that the gals, our Renee and her wife, they were dropping their child off at school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to stop and help their neighbors in the neighborhood like they all do.
Yeah, they weren't stalking ICE agents. Yeah.
Right.
Yep, I know.
Well, thanks for everything, and I just love all I'm like this last guy. If it wasn't for you all, I think I'd be climbing the walls.
Well, we really appreciate it. We'll be here for you. Just
Karen,
give us a call next time, Karen. Thank you.
Karen, thanks for that.
Right.
Phone lines are back open, 855-752-4842. You can also text us on the Civic Media app.
I think I have a little cut here we can play. This is Pete Hegseth promising to bring more of this to every other state. 236.
Secretary Hegseth, sir, a memo circulating on social media details the establishment of a National Guard response force that's going to be trained in crowd control and civil unrest and deployed in all 50 states by April of 2026. Can you verify the authenticity of that memo, and do you have any more information on the operations?
I'm not going to answer particulars on something that may be in the planning process, but we definitely do have
multiple layers of National Guard response forces, whether it's in each state, whether it's regionally, whether it's Title X active duty, whether it's Washington, D.C. We've got a lot of different ways that constitutionally and legally we can employ Title X and Title 32 forces, and we will do so when necessary.
All right, there you go. There's your answer.
We're back with more of John and Gordy in just a moment. Stay with us.
Radio for people who mute their TVs. 92.7 WMDX.
Do unauthorized immigrants have constitutional rights? Yes. The U.S. Constitution says no person may be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process, and no state may deny any person equal protection under the law. The Supreme Court has ruled these protections apply to all people in the U.S., not just citizens, though citizens have additional rights. Due process generally requires a fair chance to contest government action, such as an arrest. More than 100 federal judges have questioned or blocked Trump administration immigration detentions as unlawful. Citizens alone have rights, such as voting. I'm Trisha Young for Wisconsin Watch. Fact briefs are bite-sized fact checks of trending claims produced by Wisconsin Watch and GigaFact. Read more at wisconsinwatch.org.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Civic Media Mornings.
Those are the rules. Those are the facts. DOJ policy clearly prohibits deadly force against a fleeing suspect when no weapon is present. In 2022, the Justice Department updated its use of force policy, making clear that officers may not fire at a moving vehicle. Every federal law enforcement agency, including ICE, adopted that policy.
That sounded like the summation at a trial. These are the rules. These are the facts.
6 to 8 on your local Civic Media station.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that out.
Richrath, the great guitarist. Oh man, yeah. I saw him once. I saw him in Illinois before they made it big because they were from Champaign, Urbana, UW, or University of Illinois down in Champaign, and I saw him up in Wheaton, Illinois, at the DuPage County Fairgrounds, and they were unbelievably great.
Really?
I mean, they were still a very young, new band, and they were tremendous. Yeah,
great guitarist, right?
Oh yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Gary Richrath. Yeah.
All right.
Amazing. Okay. Phone lines are back wide open. If
we
you
want
to
hold that
in.
against you, by the way.
Well, I wasn't
really great.
I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, I didn't travel around with them or anything. I didn't.
Okay, no, it was good at first, and then it got bad.
Did it?
Yeah.
I went overboard. Got out over my skis.
No, not you.
Oh,
I think the band.
The band.
After a while,
yeah,
it definitely just wore really thin.
They had,
it's like sticks.
Yeah, well, they got
again from Illinois.
They got a handful of hits, and then then
the only band I still like from Illinois is Cheap Trick.
Right. In fact, I think they're coming back soon to the Madison area. I think they're They got a new drummer. Bunny Carlos retired a few years ago.
Yeah.
But
he came out with an album, didn't he?
I not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, next week, Saturday, they'll be in Madison at the Sylvie.
Okay. So
on
there
the
you have
24th.
it.
That's great. Good
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. See if you can get us some tickets, Aaron, okay? Talk to somebody. Have your people talk to their people.
That's
I'll have the people get in touch.
Just say it's John and Gordy, and you'll get those tickets.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that assignment.
Yeah, well, okay. I can dream. Okay, let's get to the big message from Tim Wall.
You got that cough.
I still have that cough.
That hacking cough. Why don't
I
you?
apologize to everybody
I
for
keep
that.
offering you cough lozenges. You keep refusing, and see what happens.
I have.
I
had both of them. Just leave me alone.
All right.
All right, you and you're pushing your cough lozenges. Wait till they have THC.
Well, Aaron was also offering them to you, and you took his because it had some special flavor.
Strawberry
cream. They're good.
Which was like a 3-year-old cough drop that you had in your pocket.
Yeah.
So
what was in my backpack? But
it still did the
that's
job.
just
though.
as bad.
Okay.
All right. This is Tim Walz, and he had this message. Let's listen.
Governor of Minnesota.
My fellow Minnesotans, what's happening in Minnesota right now defies belief. News reports simply don't do justice to the level of chaos and disruption and trauma the federal government is raining down upon our communities. 2,000 to 3,000 armed agents of the federal government have been deployed to Minnesota. Armed, masked, undertrained ICE agents are going door to door, ordering people to point out where their neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including U.S. citizens, and demanding to see their papers. And at grocery stores, at bus stops, even at our schools, they're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street, just plain grabbing Minnesotans and shoving them into unmarked vans, kidnapping innocent people with no warning and no due process. Let's be very, very clear. This long ago stopped being a matter of immigration enforcement.
Yep.
Instead, it's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of Minnesota by our own federal government. Last week, that campaign claimed the life of Renee Nicole Good. We've all watched the video. We've all seen what happened. And yet, instead of conducting an impartial investigation so we can hold accountable the officer responsible for Renee's death, the Trump administration is devoting the full power of the federal government to finding an excuse to attack the victim and her family. Just yesterday, 6 federal prosecutors, including the longtime career prosecutor leading the charge to investigate and eliminate fraud in our state's programs, quit their jobs rather than go along with this assault on the United States Constitution. But as bad as it's been, Donald Trump intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution and reckoning is coming. That's a direct threat against the people of this state, who dared to vote against him 3 times and who continue to stand up for freedom with courage and empathy and profound grace. All across Minnesota, people are stepping up to help their neighbors who are being unjustly and unlawfully targeted. They're distributing care packages and walking kids to school and raising their voices in peaceful protest, even though doing so has made many of our fellow Minnesotans targets for violent retribution. Folks, I know it's scary, and I know it's absurd that we all have to be defending law and order, justice, and humanity while also caring for our families and trying to do our jobs. So tonight, let me say once again to Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, end this occupation. You've done enough.
Boy.
Tonight, I want to share another way you can help. Witness. Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute right to peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities. So carry your phone with you at all times. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans, but to bank evidence for future prosecution. We're an island of decency in a country being driven towards cruelty. We will remain an island of decency, of justice, of community, of peace. And tonight I come before you simply to ask, don't let anyone take that away from us.
That's Governor Tim Walz
To the
of
point.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, quite the message.
Yeah, it sure is.
And, the fact that a lot of those individuals up there are even afraid to go a few blocks.
Well, right. Afraid to go out of their houses.
That's right.
In many cases. Or to go to work.
We've got more coming up in just a few moments, and we'll take your calls, too. We have Doug on the line right now, so we'll get to that in just a moment. I'm trying to get it together here.
Yeah, it's all right. News is next. Coming right back.
I'm sure that Michael McDonald's not helping you focus.
Yeah. What a way to go out here.
WMDX, the station your car presets warned you about. From the Capitol to your kitchen table, Madison's biggest stories live right here on 92.7 WMDX.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. We've got a cold weekend ahead, but it's been kind of a roller coaster. We hit 52 degrees here in Madison just days ago. It's the free fishing weekend statewide, so more people may be around our lakes and ponds. Meteorologist Brittany Merlot has some reminders about staying safe around ice.
Spring melting weather, causing significant ice loss on the Great Lakes in just 1 week. They dropped from 15% down to a mere 5% ice coverage. Lake Michigan had over 11% ice, and now it's down to just 7%, while Lake Superior, the coldest of them all, has merely 3%. Inland lakes are having the same problem. Thinning ice and slushy open waters are revealing themselves. If you break through, the Coast Guard rushes out.
We have an ice rig and an airboat ready to go.
That's Coast Guard Sturgeon Bay BM3 Evan Peffley. How long do you have to survive? It's the 1-10-1 rule.
You have like 1 minute to catch your breath before you start freaking out and hyperventilating. And then you have 10 minutes of meaningful movements. You'll start to have issues with like moving your fingers, toes, and then generally speaking, like you have usually about an hour.
Where one spot may be a foot thick, and then taking your next step could be just inches.
Ice flows are the main causes people go out ice fishing. There'll be a crack in the ice, and then the wind will end up blowing a large chunk of ice with people on it, and people just start floating away.
No ice is completely safe ice, but clear ice is thicker compared to snow-covered, milky, or bubbly-looking ice. Also, avoid inlets, outlets, and narrows that have currents running underneath, and always bring ice picks with you and a rope.
Make sure you have a very solid means of communication, whether it's a handheld radio or phone.
For Civic Media News, I'm meteorologist Brittany Merlot.
And I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Ben Stiller already has one hit at Apple TV in Severance. Now he is hoping his new show, The Off Weeks, will strike a chord with audiences as well. The show already has Jessica Chastain and Stiller starring in the show, which wasn't difficult as they are both executive producing. The show follows Stiller's character as a divorced dad, and the title, The Off Weeks, refers to his time when he does not have his kids. The show is expected to drop sometime in 2026. Nice to see Ben Stiller finally having some success. It's been almost a decade since fans of Bruno Mars have been able to see him on tour again, but it's finally happening. The pop star didn't exactly decide to build on the success of his 2017 24K Magic tour. According to Yahoo Entertainment, his new album titled The Romantic drops February 27th, and a 30-city tour starts April 10th in Las Vegas. Can't think of a more romantic city to launch. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Parallel parking in Madison? Impossible. Finding real conversation on the radio? Probable. With 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Cloudy with flurries and snow showers tonight and breezy with a low in the low teens. Scattered flurries early tomorrow, mostly cloudy and colder, a high in the low 20s. Windy with more snow Sunday. High temps of 15 to 20. Even colder Monday. Currently 35 degrees.
Civic Media Mornings.
A Wisconsin bill that would require 60 minutes of recess for kindergarten through 6th grade students.
We're talking with Shannon Wysocki, who is the co-leader of Say Yes to Recess.
When we're expecting kids to sit in classrooms for 90 minutes to 2 hours, we're actually wasting that academic time already. I look at it as that extra time that people are worried about. We should shave off some of that and use that towards the recess.
Catch Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan at your local Civic Media station. Weekdays, 6 to 8.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you.
John and Gordy in the afternoon on an overcast day. Here in Madison.
Yeah, things winding down for a Friday afternoon. And it's going to get cold over the weekend. So bundle up out there. Let's head back to the phones. Doug is calling in from Randolph, Wisconsin.
About the borders are.
Yes. Good afternoon, Doug.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen. I really appreciate your radio show.
Thank you.
And I just heard 20 minutes ago on your show where Tom Holman would like to show everybody's face to their employers, so the employers will shake them down. But almost like the Ford employee got shook down here just recently. But
he came out ahead.
Holman should Mr. Holman wants to show the faces of the protesters. We want to see the faces of his Gestapo that he's managing for Mr. Trump right now.
Yes, they got their masks on, though, so that makes it hard.
Yeah. Well, I hope that, we need a Congress to take those masks off.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Go ahead, Doug.
Totally can agree with you. So I'm a survivor of Act 10, and I can remember when Project 2025 was tried through Scott Walker through Washington, or right through Wisconsin.
Yes.
That was the preliminary test grounds, and I'm a survivor of Act 10. I live up here in northern Columbia County with some very, very good, honest Republican people that they cannot see the end of their nose from the way Mr. Holman and Mr. Trump are just totally disintegrating our judicial systems. Our part of the judicial systems are our law enforcement, and the law enforcement that Mr. Holman is trying to present to us now is nothing more than a Trump Gestapo.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it really is amazing how similar Scott Walker was way back when. He knew that there were guardrails, so he didn't go quite as nuts as our Mad King is. But a lot of the things that he wanted to do are being enacted right now. And that was Project 2025. You're absolutely right, Doug. And I was also a victim of Act 10 protesting. No one hit me over the head, but I had to deal with the cowbell constantly. My father-in-law had the cowbell.
Oh, no.
So, I had to stand next to him.
Well,
anyway.
Doug, thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Those cowbells are loud, I'm telling you. All right, let's go to Cindy out in Appleton. Cindy?
Well, I hate to change the subject, but I just heard in your news segment here that the post office has made changes now. So the mail won't be postmarked at the office it goes into. It's going to be postmarked at the distribution center, which could take several days. Funny how this is happening just before the mail-in voting for the primaries is starting.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you don't have your mail postmarked by a certain date, guess what? It's not going to count.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the problem. And, they're gaming the system again.
Yeah, they're already doing it.
Yeah.
Man. Well, Cindy, good for you for sending that in to us, letting us know about that. Yeah.
All right, I want to get into the big hot topic that's going around, and that is
Yes.
I was going to get into the healthcare idea, the plan that Trump has. Are you?
No, just go ahead. No.
I'll tell you
what.
You
keep doing.
I'm a little.
It's all right.
Disheveled.
It's a Friday afternoon.
I am. I
We're
really
down
need
to
a
the
rest
last
for the rest
20
of the
minutes.
Week.
We got a couple of days off.
This is what I'm
it.
planning. I want to get to Trump's health care plan. Okay. I want to talk about that.
Okay.
And then I also have a cut here. I just noticed this. Minnesota Mayor Jacob Fry.
Oh.
He had a comment, and I actually have it here, and I forgot about it. But first, let's go to Tom. Tom, what do you got?
Was your father-in-law Ron the bell ringer?
Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
The cowbell?
You were talking about the cowbell. You were talking about the cowbell.
The bell ringer. No.
At the
No, it wasn't.
protest?
No. It was Gil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I did 400 or 500 protest things with Ron. He just passed away. He was a union advocate and a much older fellow who always had this cowbell and didn't always play it appropriately, but we loved him and it was amazing. And I was thinking about militarizing. Do you remember when Scott Walker brought in Dave Irwin and all of a sudden they had LRADs and the cops had black uniforms and they wore hats for the first time, anything to make them look scarier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you never knew what you were doing was legal or not. They were hassling tourists for watching people.
They were.
And definitely look up Solidarity and Voice Project, and you'll see some of the arrests that happened there. About 400 arrests, and I believe they were all thrown out. So
yes,
Walker tried to be a little Mussolini, but it didn't work out well for him.
Well, we had a couple of guys working here, and they had a case as well, and they won big time in that case. So,
yeah, Tom did.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wish I never got arrested, and I never even got a ticket because they spelled my name wrong.
Oh,
really?
Really good. You lucked out, man.
They spelled Castle with a C instead of a K. We got to see the list after it was published. And there it was. But, hey, guys, it's good to remember, and we got to keep organizing.
We got to keep working on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a call this
let's
wonderful
head to
day.
Middleton, Wisconsin. Brian is on the line. Good afternoon, Brian. Go ahead.
Hey, John and Gordy, it's Brian.
Hey.
John's neighbor over on Hubbard Avenue.
Yeah. Oh, Brian, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
John, you were trying to think of like nicknames for the so-called president.
You know, I think you came up with a few, didn't you? I mean, you do the
I had a
cartooning.
cartoon. I had a cartoon.
Yes.
This is my favorite. It has nothing to do with anything, and you might want to write these down, Gordy.
Yeah, I'm doing
Mr.
it.
Butterass.
Oh, that's good.
Mr. Butterass.
Then there's also Donnie Burgers.
That's true.
And then this is the common one, Lieutenant Colonel Bone Spurs.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, John Mulaney had a comedy tour, and his tour was Kid Gorgeous. So Trump took that and made that Lion Kid enormous.
Kid enormous.
Okay.
Well, and then there's Big Baby Orange, and I think the one that's the common one is Despot Donnie, and Donnie Twitter twerp, depending on what he's doing. All right, John, you got those written down so you can remember them? Yeah, okay.
I'm at Big Baby Orange right now.
Yeah, me too. What was after that? What was after that one? Oh, well.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I remember...
Now, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is this legal to say this on the air? It sort of involves...
Well, why don't you try it out?
Yeah,
and
go
see
ahead.
If it is.
We'll have
So you'll either be taken off the air or I'll be arrested?
That's right, yes. Both.
Okay, well...
We got our finger on the button here, so go ahead.
Okay. Well, okay, there's this one. Sir Donald, well, hello, young ladies, Trump. And then also, I don't know, can you say this? Mr. Grabby Hands Vagina Boy. Can you say that on the air?
Yeah, you can say that,
you just said it.
But it's not.
Okay,
But it's actually not something I'm going to use very often.
But we appreciate those.
I want to say, that Brian does the cartoons at democurmudgeon.blogspot.com, my blog.
Yeah.
And you've had a few listed there currently. So.
Well, I do. What
yeah,
the hell?
I know. I accidentally posted one lately. So
He usually looks through all the spam to find them. And there's one.
There it is.
All right, I got a lot of important things to do. I can't talk to
I
you.
know you
okay,
do.
well,
I know.
fine,
Okay,
Brian.
all right.
Glad you were able to take some time out.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah,
see?
democurmudgeon.blogspot.com.
Yeah, that's my my blog. I started, I think, in about 2008, and I documented everything that happened basically at the Capitol during the Scott Walker years. So I'm very familiar with it. And if you ever want to watch some bizarre videos of things that it's hard to even imagine the politicians saying what they did say, watch them.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
And you also have some old videos there of John and Gordy from the late 80s and early 90s when we used to do the cable access show.
Yeah, there's a tab at
movie
the top
show
that says John and Gordy's Media World.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll find all kinds of stuff there.
We had a cable show, and the movie show was kind of fun.
Yeah, over at Channel 47.
How we came up with so many ideas just to surround bad movies with bits that we did.
We should pull those out and repackage them and put them on the new website that we're putting together, the John and Gordy merch. Right?
Hey,
the coming soon merch.
You're right. Right. And, we could sell best of.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, could you look at, are you at the Demo Curmudgeon site? Could you go and find the last one I put at John and Gordy's Media World? That is me out in the field.
Yeah, which one was that?
Here, listen.
The pilot episode of
Hi,
Bizarre
John
Explanations.
Peterson for Bizarre Explanations. I'm here at Cana Island, where it's very difficult to explain some of the goings-on. For instance, I'm standing before this sign that reads Private Beach. A private beach for what? Or who? From what planet? Take a look at this causeway between the peninsula and the island itself. Who can explain the stone causeway that bridges these two bodies of land? Can anyone? We'll try. Join me, John Peterson, when we try to explain the unexplainable on Bizarre Explanations. Next.
There you go.
I'm like, boy, that's very dramatic, John.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I have to check that one out for myself. I didn't see that one.
That well, it didn't take off. It was my demo tape for. There were so many of those investigative TV shows at the time, right?
No, like Robert Stack.
Robert Stack did one, and he inspired me to do
great.
that one.
Yeah.
So, Bizarre Explanations.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll have to look
God.
through there and maybe find one or two more here that we can play. But okay, phone lines are back open if you want to get in on the last minute of our show today.
Well, I didn't get to the
before Schwaba takes over.
The plan that Trump has for.
Well, we still have.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The plan that Big Baby Orange has.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll
get to that right after our next break.
We can squeeze that in. Sure.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
And
855-752-4842.
And don't forget, next week is going to be an exciting week here with John and Gordy, because I'll be wearing my AI glasses. We'll be testing them out here in the program. We
can't wait.
We want to break some new ground here.
Right.
Not a lot of people are using them.
I know.
And there's a reason probably for that.
Well,
we'll see.
I hope they work out okay for you. You're going to test drive these over the weekend, right?
Yes.
You're going to
But if
check them out.
Because of the flashing lights or whatever, and I go into convulsions, please save me, okay? Take the glasses off.
Can't wait. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right. We're coming back with more, but again, if you want a last-minute phone call, get it in, 855-752-4842. Back with more of John and Gordy in a moment.
between the lakes and beyond the headlines. 92.7 FM WMDX is where Wisconsin turns for real news and great conversation.
At Allure Intimate Apparel, fit is everything. Not just how something feels, but how it makes you feel. Bras, sleepwear, swim, and intimates, Allure has it all. Their industry professionals and trained fit specialists deliver a discreet, graceful experience that honors every figure. It's style without compromise, elegance without effort. Allure is thoughtfully expanding. Come visit their brand new Hilldale Shopping Center location, where women will discover how fit and confidence go hand in hand. Visit allurefits.com.
Still using soap to clean your carpets? Try Zero Res instead. Zero Res cleans deep and dries fast. Zero Res also has a 4.9 Google rating. Zero Res, spell it forward or backward, it's the right way to clean. Call 608-848-9000.
Hey, hon, have you been to Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie yet?
Oh, yeah,
it's
amazing. Yeah, I know. I love the pizza.
Pizza is ridiculous. That crust.
Right, and they have
48 beers on tap and a great selection of wines.
And the atmosphere.
Not only is the restaurant gorgeous,
that room with the
giant windows that
so-
open, and they won a Best of Madison Gold Award this year.
I love Sugar River
Pizza on Cabela Drive in Sun Prairie.
You took the words right out of my
mouth.
Yep, sugarriverpizza.com.
Oh, so you have heard of it.
You can support animals in need in our community when you shop at Dane County Humane Society's thrift stores. Thrift Store West on Watts Road and Thrift Store East on High Crossing Boulevard. Shop gently used and new clothing and accessories, home goods, toys, furniture, and a whole lot more. All proceeds from the Dane County Humane Society's thrift stores support the comfort and care of animals in need across the county. Visit giveshelter.org/thrift for more information.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Where working people come to talk. It's The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues American working families care about. No talking points, no focus groups. Get ready for a heavy dose of democracy, fairness, grit, and no apologies. It's current affairs from a working class labor perspective. Facts are center, science is real, and everyone gets a seat at the table. The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Let's talk rechargeable battery safety with tips from the National Fire Protection Association. Only buy products with a safety certification mark. Charge devices on hard surfaces. Don't use off-brand cords and always unplug when fully charged. Charge into fire safety at fpw.org/battery.
Know what's happening in your community.
Terrific if you like eating leftovers.
Leftovers?
Leftovers? I kept the leftovers.
The leftovers!
Just some leftovers.
Leftovers for a week and a half.
He ate those leftovers!
Funeral leftovers. Leftovers. Enjoy.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we got a few more stories to go here. Yep. Phone call or two. But first, I want to remind you, you still have a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the All-American Rejects at the Wisconsin State Fair. That show is Thursday, August 13th. You can also buy tickets. They went on sale today at wistatefair.com. But you can win tickets right now. If you text us the keyword, we will select a winner. You have until 6 p.m. to get your entries in. And the keyword today, and this is the last day of the contest, the keyword is STAGE, S-T-A-G-E, STAGE. So get on the Civic Media app. You can download that for free. Check your local station there on the list. Use the text button at the bottom and send in the keyword. Again, that keyword is STAGE. And you have till 6 p.m. tonight. All-American Rejects at the Wisconsin State Fair, Thursday, August 13th. And tickets on sale at wistatefair.com.
There you go. Well, fantastic. Let's go to the phones and get a few more suggestions, nicknames for Mad King Don.
Right.
Okay.
Dan, go ahead with your suggestions there.
Hey, how you doing, folks?
Okay.
Listen, I want to tell you about the MAGA convoy, too, if you hadn't heard about it. But a name for Trump would be Don Roe Coyote.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, that's good.
And we'll go with that. Yeah.
Him out there with his sword and the windmills.
Yeah.
But they're trying to keep it under wraps, but there's a large convoy of Trump supporters heading for Washington to show his support, show their support. They've had it and they're not putting up with it anymore. And they're figuring they should be in Seattle by tomorrow morning.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
You're making some stuff up now,
he
aren't
is
you,
making
Dan?
some good stuff up.
Okay. Yeah, just go in there for a second. Okay.
It sounds like a good idea to me, though. Actually, Dan.
Right outside of Seattle.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right, Dan.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Thank you.
I like that.
All
Don Quixote.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Now we got a little time here. You know, I decided not to get to the healthcare plan. It's just stupid and dumb.
Okay.
I think
you're calling another audible now, aren't you?
Well, I am. It's sending the subsidy directly to the individual instead of directly to the insurance company.
Yeah, that's a plan now. That's a 2-page plan.
Yeah, it is. My eyes roll back into my head when I think of how stupid that is. You know, they're going to get the money either way. I don't know. Why does it have to go through my hands? Why do I have to end up trying to get that money to the insurance company? Just have it go to them. Oh, my God. This isn't saving anybody money or time. This is ridiculous. Well, that's the first example. We'll get to that next week, okay? We'll get to the rest of that. Why don't we get to...
well, you did see the new health care plan, right?
Yeah,
the
I
two
did.
pages?
I did, yeah.
One
it's 2
page
pages.
is just the title page.
Oh, I know. I know.
The other page is just a few paragraphs.
It's really done. I have a list of everything in it, and it's not a very long...
No.
Call me crazy, but the U.S. healthcare system is more complicated than like half a page to fix the whole thing.
Yes.
Well, yes, you're correct.
And the fact that it just fills one page, and it really, I'm using the wrong word, I think, for fill, is spread across one page. It is really just a ridiculous plan, and it doesn't do anything at all about healthcare costs. And the thing is, we will find that out immediately if they put any of this in place. We'll know right away. The problem I have with it is that it's going to hurt a lot of people. That we don't want to happen. These they try things out on the American public, like ICE is going out there right now doing this crazy thing about trying to get everybody deported. They're trying all this stuff on us, and they're seeing just how it's going to work. And we don't have any way of fighting back until the Democrats take control of at least Congress, and that's all we can hope for. Keep our fingers crossed on that. I'll tell you what, let's leave you with a message here from Minneapolis, Mayor Jacob Fry.
Yes.
He was brought up in the conversation earlier. He's a nice guy. All right, so let's listen to his message. It's 2:32.
Okay.
All right,
There's still a lot that we don't know at this time, but what I can tell you for certain is that this is not sustainable. This is an impossible situation that our city is presently being put in. And at the same time, we are trying to find a way forward to keep people safe, to protect our neighbors, to maintain order. And we're in a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their neighbors. We cannot be at a place right now in America where we have two governmental entities that are literally fighting one another.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's really the bottom line. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to this from Mark. He said that his cousin Beth, who lives in Minneapolis, and among other stories she wrote, she was worried because she had to drive 50 blocks to take her little dog to the vet and what she might encounter on her way there and back. These are the small things we have to think about now. thinking that they might be dangerous moments for us. So,
well, let's hope for a more
Mark,
peaceful,
thanks for that story. Yeah,
peaceful Minneapolis over the weekend, and we will keep you posted. That's going to do it for us for tonight. Pete Schwaba is next with Nightlight. We'll be back Monday with a brand new show.
A brand new
We've
one.
got so much in for Monday.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We've got guests.
AI glasses.
Yeah, we'll be talking about your AI glasses. And we hope you have a great weekend. Schwaba's next. Solo.
40 in the morning.
No, it's afternoon.
Let the sun shine.
It's the John